Good morning. Welcome to the Hutts Hungover, where the Hutts rule and three scoundrels drool. I am your once and future special co-guest, Mateus, joined here today by Emo Bones and Drunk Rat.
Hey, I'm not that drunk yet.
I'm definitely emo and I'm definitely
Uh,
hungover, so I can't argue right now.
there is definitely a risk that I may get drunk during the stream right now. I'm going to be very
Right
honest. There is
before,
definitely a risk.
for those of you unfamiliar, Womp Rat always streams right before the podcast and then raids into the podcast. And right before he ended his stream, I gifted him 10 subs to make him take a shot of whiskey. So we're starting off strong.
Yeah, we're starting off with a shot of whiskey, and I'm already drinking one of two cans left, and I've got more whiskey available. So yeah,
My
we may
breakfast is a bag
start
of
that.
lightly salted Lay's potato chips and a 4 pack of Miller Lite. So,
Matthias came and come by and say
So
hi to me anymore. I stream
so
every
so
fucking
we're
day
dude,
gonna
your
down to
streams have
fourth.
just not been working out for my schedule this
I'm
week.
I'm never not streaming anymore. Don't tell me that. I don't
All
have.
right, well,
You better come say
I'll
hi to
try to
me. I don't
tune
need. I
more,
need a
but
hi, Matthias. We're co-hosts. You gotta make
okay,
appearances.
okay. I'm sorry. I start my job as the traveling consultant on Monday, so I've been trying to prep for that and spend time with my wife.
Oh God, what do I tell you guys? Swugga first. You know,
uh,
I've lived that life with my
so
whole
Swuggerberg,
life.
$90,000 a year salary job that you use to donate money to Bones second.
Yes, exactly. Look where I'm at. I'm homeless. I have no wife or anything, and my landlord is my baby mama. And life's great right now. And I always go Swugga first. Like kids, you can be like me. Just make Swugga first.
yeah,
Hi,
don't do
kids.
that,
Do you like
guys. Don't
violence?
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
don't do that. Seriously, don't be like Bones. Be sensible and normal people. That is the more important thing here.
Graduate high
So,
school. Don't have epilepsy. Keep your minimum wage job.
Damn, that
yeah,
was
don't be
deep.
like Bones.
The one thing Matthias
So
doesn't know about me is I
we'll
easily
we'll
graduated high school. You fuck.
what they
Yes.
don't tell him was he only graduated year one, guys. Year one was graduated. The rest of the time, he got a pass because Ozzy Mike paid for it.
It was
No,
all.
see, Bones thinks he graduated high school, but in reality, he graduated middle school high. So to
Mhm.
him, that was high school.
All those are correct, as well as it was the first year of No Kid Left Behind. So all three of those combined, it was a really easy year of high school.
Right. So we'll go to the rest of the intro now. How are you, Bones? Other than sounding just like you've rolled out of bed.
I'm still drunk, I think, from 2 hours ago when I went to sleep, and I put off starting the show as long as I could, but I guess we have to do this because I guess there's something happened this week, yesterday or something. But I'm good. How are you, Matthias?
I'm wide awake. I've been up for like 3 hours, so I'm just ready to go on with my day. After we get done with the podcast, I'm gonna probably be hanging out in the after party hungover chat for a little while I do some work outside. But other than that, I'm just ready to go for the day.
Oh, so you can come by my stream later and say hello to me. Good.
Depending on what time your stream starts and what time my wife gets home, yes.
No, no, it doesn't matter when your wife gets home. It's a simple hi, Bones. Hope your day's well. On your cell phone. You don't have to listen to my response.
What? Why would I lie to you and tell you that I hope your day is going well?
Just checking in, Bones. I've been worried about I haven't talked to you in 3 weeks. I hope everything's alright with you. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about.
Uh,
I'm grumpy and irritated, so I just remember I haven't seen
so
Matthias in like 3 weeks, so I'm like, I gotta give him shit.
you saw him last
Yeah, you've
weekend.
only seen me
What are you
once a
like?
week.
Seems like a long time. He used to talk to me. We used to hang out and he used to talk. Now he's got this big job. He's a big deal now. You know what? As soon as we upgraded him to whatever the fuck his title is, traveling co-host correspondent, now he thinks he's a big deal.
No,
We're have to knock him down a peg.
This is my last week with the title of Mr. Dr. Professor, once and future, permanent temporary, special co-guest, Esquire Jr. the Third.
Don't forget that, Womp Rat. You have to say that every fucking stream.
No,
I spent way too
traveling
long
SWGoH
yesterday
correspondent.
rehearsing all of that to make sure that I wouldn't stutter while saying it today.
You did great. I'll never be able to repeat
So
it.
he is our traveling SWGoH correspondent of news and information. Whether he has news or information is questionable.
Next week, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to be like, this is Mateus reporting to you live from Atlanta, where CG has just announced something huge. They said, fuck the players.
Fuck you, Bones.
So for me, I was streaming before this. I fucked up. I couldn't kill a Jabber team because of it. And it also killed off my team for Gungans. So it was like, fuck this shit. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Put me in a proper bad mood. However, I have bit. I'm in a better mood.
It took like 30 seconds for you to get over it, but you're pissed.
Oh, yeah.
You were super annoyed, and then all of a sudden you just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, you just turned super happy. It was weird.
It's that moment of beer plus don't give a shit. I fucked up. It happens. It cost me. It's probably going to cost me the match, which is going to suck. But yeah, it happens. Just happens.
Try having.
Other than that,
it's fine.
Try having 3 accounts.
Just to wind Bones up.
There it is, boys.
Bones.
The Pit Boy 3000.
Just to wind him up. He's only got 1 entry, so some of you have much higher odds than him. It's great.
I am going off on Matthias for not saying hi. I think I've been at Womp Rat stream like twice in the last 3 months, probably.
Yeah.
I think
you've got 1 entry to win a Pit Boy.
Ever. When you're not streaming, you don't hang, like, unless you raid into somebody, you do not hang out in their chat. With you, it's like, hey guys, I'm getting off to go spend time with my family. I'll talk to you all next time I stream. Bye.
Yep. Don't bother me again until tomorrow. Don't bother me unless you're on my stream.
Hey, Womprat's like, hey, the whole time that I've been streaming, I've actually been lurking in like 3 other people's streams. We're going to go raid into one of them so that way I can put my attention on editing YouTube videos because I'm a good content creator who supports my friends.
No, he's a crazy fucking content creator who no one does
like
that, which is crazy.
Last night for me, I had Scribe stream on whilst I was out. When I got back and was then doing the 3D printing shit, I was still watching Scribe stream. I was still taking part in Tasknex's voice. Well, I wasn't in their voice chat, but I was in their text chat because happy birthday for yesterday for Task, because he is now officially old, like the rest of us.
Happy birthday, Task. Love you, brother.
It was great fun.
And
I couldn't join the
old,
voice.
but yeah, happy birthday.
He's now only old. He's not very old yet. That's where I'm at. I'm an old grumpy sod. But yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those.
But
it was a very fun day, and I missed that I didn't play Helldivers last night. I missed that I didn't get a hangout in the chat a bit. But honestly, I'm happy that this 3D print's nearly done, and then I can go back to being a normal twat bag.
But you get to wake up and hang out with the Hutts, or I don't know what time it is for you. You're hanging out with the Hutts. Yeah, the Scribe stream was fun.
Mate, it's midday to me. I'm already out of bed a long time ago.
Old Man Logan was hanging out with Scribe, Ranger, and Wolf. That was pretty funny. They, yeah, you should go back and watch it. They did this funny thing where they all together, like a barbershop quartet, sang "Fuck You Bones." It was hilarious, actually. It was pretty cool. I'm probably gonna go steal it and make it a redemption or something.
Now, I am going to give a little bit of a shout out here to a new streamer as well.
No, fuck that.
It's somebody from the community that has been really ace, really good laugh. I am Arj. He is ace. I will shout it out in the chat because please just follow him if you can. Because at the end of the day, we are a great little community. And he is, oh my God. Why didn't that pick up? Well,
I didn't see anything.
Shout out.
I thought you were gonna shout me out. That's really fucked up, one Brett.
No, fuck you, Bones.
The channel I am shouting out does not exist, really?
It's all in your dreams.
Right, give us a minute. I'll grab his link.
He never knows when he's sleeping or awake anymore.
Whoever this guy is just like sitting back right now. After he got Womprat to like him, he deleted his Twitch and now he's sitting back watching, going, "Ha, gotcha, bitch."
All right, so I'm Arj.
He's another MC player. He's learning streaming. He's only done one stream before this. And yeah, it is really, really good. He is a good bloke. He is a good laugh. Again, I'm helping with sorting out an OBS setup and StreamerBot and all the bits that he wants to have done. But he's just one of those guys. At the end of the day, I will help anybody. But at the end of the day, if you guys can help, just even following, supporting, it's always nice.
Yeah, as a fellow MC man myself, this guy's amazing. Go check him out.
Bones, shut the fuck up.
Now, more importantly, we have laid a trap.
And
we need to get Scribe. We need to get Scribe to go on there at some point. There is a trap laid specifically for Scribe. So we need to encourage Scribe to try and follow him at some point.
Okay.
That's the challenge, guys. You guys have got to get the challenge of getting Scribe to follow and say a word in chat. That's all he has to say is anything in chat, because it is another Welsh person, and there is a little bit of a joke in Bill.
What happens?
Because we both like Scribe.
What happens if Arj raids Scribe and Scribe follows him?
It needs to be in Arj's chat. Scribe needs to say a word.
Okay.
So you know how I have the triggers that go off when like you arrive or Matthias arrives or Aussie Mike or some others arrive. We've built one of them for Scribe.
What?
Because they are two Welsh streamers.
Something just hit me.
Yeah.
You're the P. Diddy of SWGoH. You've like infiltrated. Hold on, listen to me. You've infiltrated all the content creators with your fucking streamer bot. So if you ever wanted to shut down the SWGoH community, you could just do something on your streamer bot where we all are just gone.
I can't though.
I'm just kidding.
Streamer bots held local is great. This is the thing. This is why I love it as a system, because it is that level of good for everybody in the community.
Yeah.
Referring to somebody as the P. Diddy of anything is generally not a good thing, Bones.
Oh, I thought he was a great guy. Are you serious?
He was before he bought all that baby oil.
What did he do wrong? Every move
you know what's going on with P. Diddy. I'm not
every shot you take, every something you make.
Bones. No, you've been told about singing. You've been told about this, and the cat will come after you. He's come to say, "Stop that person from singing, Dad." I've
always agreed with everything P. Diddy did morally, so that's sad. But
you know, I think that P. Diddy's mentor in life was Bill Cosby.
All right, I was just kidding. I don't like P. Diddy, by the way. I do love lube though. Anytime lube's involved, I'm down. All right, so with that being said, guys, we had a lot of news today.
Let's move on to the actual podcast where we talk about the SWGoH related events this week.
Tass called me Baby Oil Bones.
Well, I will make a bot just for that now of Baby Oil Bones. I thought we were going to call him Brittany, but obviously Baby Oil Bones is a little bit better than Brittany.
Brittany makes me laugh too, though, by the way.
Only a little bit.
I've told a lot of people about calling me Brittany. Kathleen Kennedy wants us to cut our dicks off.
Oh god! Right, we are going to stop that bit. So first bit of news is we got the client update. Now the client update was fucking huge. There was loads of bits dropped. How do you feel about these new focus datacrons? Before we go into any of the weird details, how do you automatically feel about them? That they are everybody gets the exact same bullshit.
Go ahead, Matthias.
I didn't think we were talking about the focus datacrons straight off the bat. So focus datacrons, I think, is, if you remember a while back, actually it was the episode where Tassinix came on as a special guest. We talked about how to make datacrons able to be engaged with the community on a wider level. And one of the things that I talked about was raise the level cap, but lower the entry cost to like 5 stars gear 11 sort of thing. And so I feel like the intern heard me talking about that and then said, okay, that's a great idea. Now, how can we ruin it and make these even harder for people to interact with?
Is this going to be a whole episode of you said this and you called that? Because I already know you have another one
because
stored.
And all of the news this week, I predicted.
Okay, listen. A gear 5, a person with a bunch of gear 5s, which we'll get to those details, is going to be able to buy one. And then is only going to be able to level it up to like 6 or something. That's the engagement isn't huge there for smaller end players. But anyways, continue on.
So my initial thoughts as I went through it all were, okay, so there's 15 levels. That's great. That's fine. There's 3 character levels on the one that we know of, which is Hera, Ezra, and Kanan, and a Phoenix level, whatever it is. I think it's a 9 for that. Honestly, I think that is a good thing. I think that everybody having it at the same level is a good thing. The fact that it is gear 5 is the highest requirement is incredible.
Relic
that
5,
means,
you mean?
No, gear 5.
For focused
Seriously.
Gear 5.
Gear 5.
Wait, I missed that part. These are for low gear stuff?
So focus datacrons have a lower character requirement. The first set, the highest level, has a character requirement of gear 5.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that now. I must have missed that the first time I read.
What were you talking about being more accessible? How is this more accessible to you?
So
No,
the
this is
reason
more
it's more accessible
I thought you were talking about.
10,000. It's 10,000 of the new currency, the whatever the bullshit currency is. I can't remember its name
episode
track currency, whatever that is. Yeah. Now, yes, 10,000 is not cheap. But if you've got just the Phoenix or you're working on just Phoenix, congratulations, 10,000 points to have a Datacron from potentially level 85 onwards. That's a good Datacron.
Yeah, I didn't realize. So I completely messed that up. I thought that these were just, hey, we're releasing new datacrons that had a higher, cap on them to force people to spend more currency. I didn't realize that this was, hey, we're releasing new datacrons to allow brand new players to interact with datacrons. That is wildly different and completely changes my opinion on this.
Now he hates it.
There is a few other caveats to it that are good and bad at the same time. It's looking like it's potentially 3 characters per datacron as far as we're aware, and then in this case Phoenix that we can talk about. Now, whether like the Phoenix level, the second character and third level character is worth it for you, all depends on, do you have them and is it good?
Hold,
Now, the thing
hold
that
on.
I was looking at for it, go on.
I want to address in the chat. Slipstick Senility just said brand new players that can't afford 10,000 episode points. Bullshit, because I'm running a baby account that is barely level 85. The only teams I have up and running are Phoenix and Imperial Troopers, which aren't even at 7 stars. And I have gathered more than 10,000 episode pass points.
Okay, but you're also missing out on
If you've
Omicrons and everything else. And then you got to have the data cache
No,
and the other stuff on top of
yes,
that.
you have to
No.
pick between. You have to pick now. Do you, as a brand new player, do you want to buy the Datacron or the Omicrons? And you probably want to buy the Omicrons instead, honestly.
yeah,
But I'm just
you
saying, if you wanted to interact with these as a brand new player, you could.
Please
Free to
don't.
play.
yeah.
If you're new, don't interact with this.
The thing is, Bones, just from the information we know, so this is just the ability for Kanan that we actually know. If there is no galactic legends at the start of the encounter, Kanan Jarrus is immune to instant defeat effects, and other Phoenix allies cannot be defeated until Kanan is while Kanan is active. Yeah. Yeah. That is terrifying for Phoenix. That is terrifying for Phoenix. You've basically going to potentially health mod Kanan up, make him into a breeze block, and yeah, it gets nasty. The other Datacrons we'll be talking about in a bit, because at the time when this came out, this was the only information we had. We've now know that there's Dadbar Bobber, there's Afra, there's Zalbar. We don't know the rest of their requirements. But honestly, yes, 10k points is a lot. That will cover your entire week's worth of armies. So that's 5 armies. You can either have 5 armies or a Datacron.
Okay.
Honestly, if you can store it up and you can move along the episode pass at a decent rate, you should be able to get both.
Kind of talk this out with me.
And that's the thing.
So buying the Datacron itself is obviously going to, even if you're a brand new player, it's going to be very, very easy if you just simply buy the pass. I think that's what they're really trying to do here in the long run of things.
Yeah.
But they're still going to have to have that. They're still going to have the Datacron materials and the data cache, right? We're still using the same materials, correct?
Yeah, we're still using the same materials. But remember, a lot of those materials are available for ally points, or they're available, pardon me, for shard shop currency.
So my guess is...
So it's not massively limiting. It's not great. I'll give you that. It is not great. But is it potentially a good thing for them? Like, you getting, even if you just got it to Kanan, all of a sudden you've now got an edge that you didn't have trying to grow your account. In GAC, congrats, I've got it at, like, say, level 10, level 11, you've got low end, you've still got a Datacron on them, and they're still hitting hard. This is the more important thing, is they're still able to use that Datacron. This is more for lower end players, but higher end players are going to be looking at, is this a good trade? Is it worth me getting a Datacron up, getting it all set up, getting it all the way to level 15, and does it move the bar enough for me to care? The reason I say that is
episode currency right now. I'm absolutely going to buy at least 1, if not 2 of these as soon as the update comes out.
Yeah. So it is due next week, this update. So we're assuming these are going to drop and the new Datacrons are going to drop, and it's like,
Terminate has a good point. Sorry.
Yeah. It's only 4 months that you get them for. set will just have to. I don't know, Terminate. I don't know because it looks like it's a different color, so it might be that this is part of the new set. If this is part of the new set and dusts in 4 months' time, that is a good thing. I don't think we're going to get
this is different.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get the old set. I think we're going to get the new set.
Good point.
So there's the more important part is you're getting 4 months out of it.
Completely unrelated. I just got a text message from a friend of ours who I believe was spoken of and approved to be on this week.
Yeah, where the fuck is
Who
he
said
at?
that they're running.
Yeah.
He said that he's running late and he'll be on in 30 minutes.
What a great guest, fucking Bubbles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get the fuck in here, man. If you're from the House of the Hut, you're never late. All right.
So
A Hut
the main
is never
thing
late. He always arrives exactly when he intends to.
That's true.
No, exactly when he wants to deliver the bounty.
You're a wizard, Bubbles. Okay.
Yeah. So Terminate, we are expecting the new Datacrons next week. We are expecting them. I'm hoping that it is an update after GAC lock-in. I've got a worry that we'll get the update on the Tuesday and it'll be just before GAC lock-in, and that means it's potential weird Datacrons, weird interactions, starting looking at it a week early. Yay.
Are you guys done talking
But
yet?
we'll see.
All right, now
We still haven't even gotten the full list for the next Datacron set.
Yeah.
So
We
it shouldn't
haven't.
be next week. It should be the week after.
We don't get it until after they bring it out. It's usually data mine now. That's the joke of this.
Okay.
It's usually data mine now. So they go to level 15 in the episode shipments. They are 10k points. Then they're not bad. Upgrade materials are the same. They can't be dusted or re-rolled through the event, but there is an edit at the end that says they can be dusted at the month point. So where the whole set vanishes is where they vanish. Bespoke Datacron rewards are going over to these. So you're going to get in the future focused Datacrons. However, the next marquee, so that was Apo, is getting his own focus, normal Datacron, not focused. Because it does say, well, bespoke Datacrons will be awarded. Our next new marquee will have the used format of Datacrons. So we're going to get an Apo Datacron.
Spoiler alert. If you don't know who the fuck Apo is, I don't know who Apo is, but we'll find out later.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But because we haven't gotten to that news yet, so thank you for talking about it early, Womp.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
People, I've seen plenty of people being like, "Oh my God, Apo and CX2 are coming," and I'm like, "Who the fuck are Apo and CX2?"
You're gonna keep on talking about it. Stop! You're spoiling it. No one knows about this yet. We're breaking news. We're the first podcast to cover this.
This is the thing. We can naturally talk about bits, Bones. We don't need to just keep it quiet. We already know most of the news. We're mainly going through it. Now, the rest of this client update was things like
my opinion about
alphabetized titles.
Can I give you my opinions about it?
What's your opinion?
Yeah.
I'm just going to give my overall opinion. I just
don't care about your opinion.
I know. I'm just going to say what I think, whether you've repeated it or not. Gear 5 is great for everybody. They extended the data cache thing up to 100k, the limit. So that was a problem even for me.
We're not even at that bit yet.
Well, you guys are always already talking about Apo. So
no,
yeah,
we don't need to talk about the Datacrons anymore, Womp Rat.
Why can't I give my opinion about it?
So,
just go.
No,
on.
I'm saying once Bones is done with his opinion, we don't need to cover the rest of this shit. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, there is other bits in there though that we do want to cover because
I'll let you handle that.
There is other bits to it.
10 years later.
Yeah. So the titles have been alphabetized, whatever that word is, and the portraits have. Yay! It's not like we were
Something nobody
searching
asked
for them.
for.
Yeah. Okay. Navigation arrows on the datacron screen. Thank fuck for that. But it's still you can't
Yes.
sort your
Oh my God.
datacrons. You're still not going to be able to sort them, but you can move sideways. So it's an improvement. Fingers crossed we get a little bit more of an improvement. Alerts for going over raid currencies. So that's an improvement.
Yeah, like if
Showing
you were gonna
episode
go to
currency
collect your
bank.
currencies off of the reward track and you would go past the max, which I've done before by accident, it will
Yeah,
give a little pop-up and notify you and say, if you collect this, you're gonna go over your cap. Are you sure you want to?
yeah, which is a good thing. So showing the episode currency on the episode track screen, that is probably going to be a help to also stop that issue. All
Yep.
quest
Clicked on that.
notifications will no longer go beyond 3. You'll see a see more button. And as Bones just said, data concurrency cap going up to 100 mil. That is a really
Which
good
is
thing.
nice because yeah, like with me, with all of like all the level 9s, level 8s, level 6s that I have from the last set, I always needed to dismantle a few of them, spend the currency, and then dismantle the rest. Because if I let them all go expire at once, I would hit the cap
Yeah.
on data cache. So raising the cap up is nice because at least now I don't have to worry about that.
So the main part here, and it's something that I did talk about, is it's 70K that I'm sat at for a full dismantle. So I think soon I'm going to be very close to that 100K mark on a full dismantle, which is not a good thing.
Nil.
So the more data crunch you have, the more you try to just farm them up. And you can do it pretty free to play and get a decent amount of data crons. You are eventually going to reach the stage where 100 mil is going to be very, very close. So between like this set and the next set, I would recommend spending your data cash and not buying any more. Because if you're buying any more, you are just leading yourself into potential trouble. A couple of fixes. Thread of Destiny causing a minor block's been fixed. We've already discovered it's not. It's already been brought up. And an audio issue where the game not getting updated, that's been fixed. Rollout is next week for it. And the port at the end of it, be on the lookout for it for next era information at the end of the week. And we thought, oh, it will be like very limited.
Hold on. They missed something in their fixes section. They forgot to mention that they fixed their web store and their PC client after they broke it with the update a few days ago.
Yeah,
because
they don't need
they
to
put
tell
this
us that they
announcement
fixed
out.
that.
They put this announcement out. They pushed the update, and immediately the web store and the web client broke for a few hours, and they had to fix it.
Yeah, there were a few errors with the website. It was not fun.
They compensate us as well, by the way. We got compensation for it.
So that compensation was confirmed. That was for the screw up for GAC.
Yeah,
that was the GAC.
Thank you for bringing that up.
That was terrible.
I am so mad about that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You fucked people out of winning Kyber matches, and you gave 250 crystals. Yeah. Are you fucking shitting me?
I thought it was for something else.
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's terrible.
Nope. Yeah. So people were saying, "Oh, it was because the game was down for an hour."
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what.
Somebody was questioning and asking, and Meathead accidentally, well, I don't know whether it was accident or on purpose, said, "No, this is the GEC." So, apology.
Let me tell you about a game called MSF.
No.
And their compensation.
Sopper's already talking about it in the chat. You don't need to.
Yeah, there you go. Sopper's doing it for you.
Well, I've already
But,
been
yeah,
skipped for my
honestly,
Datacron opinion, so I have to say something about MSF now.
yeah, because
You
you have a
go
bad
back and
opinion on
finish
all
telling us what your
Datacrons.
Datacron opinion was.
Come on,
Okay.
then.
All right. Well, I was starting out, and you guys just went on without me. That's very important. It's high level information that most won't know. Um, Year 5 is good. Data cache going up is good. Um, Everyone's getting the same Datacron, so no one should freak out. Not everyone's going to be able to afford the level 15, so it's really just going to affect the top people at the top. So I feel like some people might be freaking out. No need to. Everyone's getting the same shit. They're going to be overpowered. Do you guys feel like this freshens up GAC now that they've introduced these?
No, not at all.
But
No,
guys,
because I
Datacron's
think
freshened up things. Remember?
well, no, and let me explain is because part of what made Datacrons healthier for the meta
They're
is
random.
because of the RNG level, the randomness of them.
I agree.
Because you would have whales would whale out to get a Datacron that had 400% armor pen,
Yeah.
but most people had like they might have gotten the rolls that they wanted on level 3, 6, and 9, but they weren't re-rolling the stats usually,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
I agree.
Datacrons added another level of variance that was just very RNG dependent, and that kind of kept it, I guess, fresh is a word. But with these Datacrons, because they're exactly the same, including the stats, this isn't a new level of variance. This is just, hey, uh, expect everybody to have this exact thing.
I think
It's
it's
just
So
like another team.
I do have a little bit of a different take. Now, my take is from the side of power and whether you're going to use it or not. It's a temporary boost to an exact team. That's all this is going to be is congratulations, here is a very temporary boost to this team. Now,
this is what a Datacron
is
does.
it going to be good in the long term? Potentially, as long as they keep up with doing different things. But as we've seen with Datacrons, they've got in a bit of a rut at the moment where the threes seem to swap to light side and dark side. The sixes are very same for different things. We could probably have a guess at what's coming and get away with it. And that's the bad part here is there needs to be some like variance to keep it fun. There needs to be some different bits and pieces to keep us thinking about shit. This is just going to be, oh, you're running Phoenix. Well, that's your Phoenix Datacron. Oh, you're running Dad Bob Bobber. There you go, done. Or, oh, you're running this. There you go, done. There is going to be no difference in certain teams.
I think this
And
is
that's all it's going to do.
I think this is also going to separate even more than what's already happening. Kyber 1 from everybody else, or all the top people. It's just going to separate them even farther from everyone and isolate them from any other kind of player in the game. If you don't already buy the episode pass, is this going to make you buy it as the masses? Do you think this is going to make it more appealing for people?
I think it will help
I agree.
because
If you're not buying the episode pass, then this isn't as good for you as it is for other people. I definitely agree with that statement, like 100%.
yeah.
But I also think that for people who do say, hey, I'm going to spend like $20 a month on this game, there is nothing in this game that is a better value for you than the episode pass.
Yeah, I agree.
The main thing is at level 6 on the episode pass, you get 4,000 currency, and then at level 11 you would have enough to get yourself a Datacron. That isn't a long way without the pass, but with the pass at level 6 you get 11,000 currency. So very quickly, if it's a brand new episode pass, you can in theory build it up. But by this time of the month, where I think we're like 10 days or less now. No, 10 days exactly left on the episode track. If you're now just farming up, like I am, the currency, you want to save your currency ready for new datacrons. It's going to be, yeah, potentially save it up. You can only buy one of each, so you only need 40k of it. If you're mid to late game, these could actually be worth getting.
Well, Pratt,
It's not just, oh yeah, here's gear 5 people getting them. Honestly, if they are good, I can see a lot more people getting them.
have you already read what the other three are?
No, we've said what they are. We
They
haven't gone
announced
through
the
anything else.
characters.
Yeah, that's
They
what I meant.
announced the
That's what I
characters.
meant. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
what is it?
Zalbar.
Dad Bod Boba, Afra,
Zalbar.
Hera, and
Zalbar.
who was it?
Zalbar.
Oh, Zalbar.
Yeah.
But then we see in this example that they give us on the post that the Heracron also has Kanan and Ezra on it. So we
Yeah.
kind of have to assume that those other 3 crons are going to have characters on them as well. So the Afracron, it's like, yeah, it's going to be 000 and BT1. Who else would it be?
I
Dad
don't think it'll
Boba.
be. I don't think it'll be BT1 because there is a BT1 cron right now. That's the
Yeah,
reason I
I
don't
guess
think
that's
we'll get BT1.
I'm gonna say
It might be
IG88.
something like Chrysanthemum.
I'm gonna say
Well, it could be
IG88.
Chrysanthemum. It
also
could
has a cron right
be.
That's
Could be
true.
Vader, could be Chrysanthemum, could be IG. There's a
Sure.
list that could be.
Good point. Yeah. A lot of those
Yeah.
already have.
Could be, I mean, it could be, let's see, HK47 has a cron. So IG86, Darth Vader, Chrysanthemum. Those are all characters that have call outs in her kit. So yeah.
Yep.
Dad Bod Boba, what do you think? Tusken Chieftain and Tusken Warrior?
Maybe. Could be a Tusken
There's a
team for it.
3v3 Omicron that works for them together.
They're gonna
Yeah.
want to force you
It
to
may-
use a composition that you wouldn't normally use. That's why they're putting
Yeah.
Ezra in the heroine. They kind of
Oh,
want
well,
to.
yeah, because you don't use Ezra with the Captain Rex team
So there's
normally.
probably going to be that one tune that you don't usually use, but maybe because it's powerful enough, you will, or at least try to entice you to.
Yeah. Well, it might be that this Datacron for that Bob Bird goes that 3v3 army is now also 5v5.
You
All
also
right, slow down
have
over
to
there.
consider,
That would
like,
change things.
Slow down.
you also have to consider though that, like, say for example, with the Afra one, if they did 000 and Darth Vader on that Omicron, but Darth Vader's was insanely good, people would just use that Datacron for a Darth Vader solo. They wouldn't even care about the Afra and 000 stats on it.
But this is the thing. These Datacrons, because they are fixed, because there is no guesswork, because there is no variance in them, these Datacrons need to be really fucking scarily good. Because if you get a character like Ezra that you don't usually put with them, or Vader that you don't usually put with Afra, or say it is Tusken Chieftain with Dad Boba Fett. Okay, so I wouldn't usually put these with them. However, I now need to do this because number one, it's really good. Number two, the other 2 bits on it are really good. What if, for instance, we'll take the Afra one? If the Afra ability in a 000 is what we're assuming, are really, really good, and the Vader is really good, you can only get one of them. So you can't have 2. Where are you going to use it? Are you going to use it on Vader? Or are you going to give up that potential ridiculous African?
Now, with Zalbar, with the Zalbar focused Datacron, it brings the question because Mission Veo has a Datacron from this set.
Yeah.
So she's probably not going to be on the Zalbar cron. So is it going to be Zalbar, Cartho Nassi, and 2 T3M4, Jolie Bindo.
God knows. I haven't even been thinking about it, but it's like Zalbar is going to be one of those of the only people he can really go with is Karth. Like in what they're trying to do with
Well, in
these
3v3, he
ones.
goes with Darth Revan.
Yeah, but what they're trying to do with these datacrons. So it looks like they're trying to get you to use stuff that you don't usually use together. Karth is never really going to get used with Zalbar ever because it is a super easy team to counter.
With the Omicron,
So,
it's going to be some use, though.
Even with the Omicron, Afra counters it, Finn, Zori counters it. There's a lot of counters that are cheap.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Can I say something?
Go on.
No.
Predating Datacrons, before they were even thought of, years and years ago, I have about 70 quality of lives I would like to come to the game, and instead, we get a fucking brand new Datacron, which no one wants. No one's asked for. Am I up in arms about this? No. But who the fuck wants this? I don't care. I didn't want it. Give me like one of my 70 quality of lives that would almost change the game drastically for me, which would take you 2 days to implement. And I know that for a fact. Don't tell me that's harder than what you think. It's not. I want to hear that shit. They can throw arrows on a Datacron menu. They can let me edit my fucking TW fucking team after I put it down. Like, this is what's annoying to me. It's raids and Datacrons. That's all they care about. And oh, it makes them money. Yeah, it does. But you can still take a little bit of time and do a couple quality of lives here and there. Make everyone's life better. That's all I
You could. They're not going to, but you could.
They have done some quality of life stuff over the last few years. The ones that they're doing are really good. The ones that they're doing, like you're saying, oh, the arrows on the Datacron screen. How many times have we been asking for the ability to flip between them for the last year?
I have not been asking for that. I didn't even know you could do that.
Near enough everybody has, apart from yourself, Bones. Like for me, going in Datacrons when I'm hunting for an exact one, instead of me having to go in and out.
I have to go back and forward and back and forward and back and forward.
It's like earlier in my stream, it was okay. I need a decent tenacity cron for this, and I was looking, and it was like, do I have a decent level 6 that still gives me 50% tenacity or more? I couldn't just see that. I had to go in, out, in, out, in, out. It's a change that's nice. It's a change that is going to be fun and change a lot of shit that we've been dealing with for the better.
I think I was talking to you about this yesterday. Yeah. So why can't they, like, I'm not saying it's super intuitive, but when you go to select your team and apply your Datacron and then go into a battle, that setup is way more intuitive than what the actual Datacron screen is in your collection.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they can't just implement all that stuff and it's not there in the collection part.
There are definitely improvements that need to be made. And it is something that we do need to make sure that they're aware of. Doing things like sending, putting it up on the forums, for instance. Yeah. Can we get this? If it gets seen and they realize, hang on, that is a good quality of life and it won't take a lot to implement, they implement it, we're all happy. They don't implement it, we just hope that people start putting more about it. The more people say about it, the better it is for us. And that's the main part.
We've only been asking this stuff for guys for 7 years. Keep asking. Maybe they'll finally listen.
Yeah. If we don't ask, we don't get. And that's the problem.
Here.
Now,
Bones, what you should do is you should protest CG so that way they make these changes. And what the protests will be is that you stop spending money on the game.
Guys, as of today, I'm going to stop spending money on the game.
Wait, Bones just spends money on the game? I thought you only spent that on fine games.
I'm taking a stand now. Unless someone donates me money or buys me a pack, I'm stopped. I'm done. I'm gonna still beg
Wait,
for money.
hang on. That
and
was
beg
your
for a
stance
pack.
before.
I know. That's the joke. Nothing's changing at all. I'm broke as fuck.
Exactly. Nothing's fucking changing now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Please.
Yeah. So after that, we got a little bit of a data mine. We got told about the double drop, the added drops that are on at the moment.
Not
Cantina
double
has
drops.
been solo. Yeah, added
I got
drops.
tricked into thinking that these were double drops, and I'm still mad about it.
Yeah. So Cantina's probably the most important out of all of them. Cantina is Ben Solo, but afterwards it's Zetas. It's Zetas. It's like, holy shit, give. Light side hard is cat or micro attenuators. Dark side hard is mull or thermal detonator salvage. Or fleet modes is Malgus or multi-tool salvage.
But
So
let's not overlook the fact that this also only applies to hard nodes on fleet and light and dark side.
yeah,
This is not normal
Yeah.
nodes. I saved up thousands of energy only to find out that it only applied to hard nodes, and I was so mad.
it's still not a bad thing when you think you've at least got potentially one or two characters you're still farming. You can just hit them. Now the drops.
I do that with my 50 crystal refreshes. I didn't need to hoard thousands of energy and not farm anything for 3 days. I would have just hoarded all my cantina energy for the cantina drops.
Well, you should have read what it said because it does say light side hard. So we knew it wasn't coming to normal.
I didn't read
loads of
I didn't
people
read the data
overlooked it.
mine. Somebody in our Discord said double drops were coming, and I was like, oh, better hoard my energy.
See, I'm fault. I'm fault. So, the double drops end on the 30th. So you've got all of today, all of tomorrow, and on your reset tomorrow, they will go. Now, it does mean that it goes before Proving Grounds lands, because most of us are not going to get the Proving Grounds. If you're paying for the Proving Grounds on the extra pass, you in theory might have a chance at getting your Proving Grounds in and then getting your shit in. It all depends when your reset time is. That is going to be the kicker here, is your reset time could actually screw you out of a few bits. So, yeah, it does suck. It is a very short bonus drops.
The main thing is also that there was not a single post on the forums about this.
Yeah.
The day before the bonus drop started, they put an announcement out in game, and that was it.
Yeah.
I demand compensation for that.
Give me 250 crystals.
That's what the 250 was for, don't you know?
It's for forgetting to tell us about the bonus drops.
We all have our different theories on what it is. Whatever makes us feel better.
No, they did confirm that it was for the GAC incident.
Matthias.
They actually confirmed it.
Quit burning my fucking pine cones, man. I'm broke as shit as it is.
No, I'm up to 600. Fuck you.
Matthias is burning the fuck out of my pine cones right now in the
chat. Matthias is enjoying himself.
I have over 10,000 pine cones. I'm burning the shit out of these things.
Even when Bones eats pine cones, he has none. Matthias has his little hoard like a fucking squirrel trying to look for a nut. But can only find a pine cone.
So where are we up to? So
that should be starting the era announcement.
Let's get to the fun part.
So then the other day we got the era announcement, and this is where we get loads of information, and it's a lot to go through, but a lot of it is good news. The next era.
Go through and read it.
The next era is the era of the Revenge of the Sith.
And this is where the fun begins.
Yes. I like that he put memes in this. I like that he put things like that in it.
It's like,
It
man, I really
made
wish
it a
you
bit
put
better.
literally any effort into things that are important, but the memes are nice.
Yeah. The memes did make this quite funny. Like
Sopper's
I was
right.
going
There is
through it.
unfortunately no meathead MS Paint image.
Yeah, there is no MS Paint image, but I am sure we'll get one soon. Now,
Probably for
the
Apo.
could well do. Apple, we could get a meathead special. That would be quite
Okay,
good. I would like that.
so
But let's go
so
through it
let's
all.
start this off by asking Womprat, can you explain, because I don't know who the fuck they are. Do you know,
We
and
haven't even
can you
got there yet.
explain who are Apo and
We
CX2?
haven't got to
Yeah.
announcing them. Can we talk about it once we?
Yes, we are. That's literally where we are
We're
now,
literally
Bones.
going through it, Bones. So it starts on the 8th of April, and the first one is Apo, second one is CX2. They've already confirmed all the usual shit. We'll go through that in a short while. So Apo is from the Ponkrell episode on Clone Wars. Ponkrell was a Jedi that wanted to go over to Lord Dooku. He tried to basically kill a shit ton of clones, and Apo was the one that actually sided with him, saying that he was doing the right thing by killing clones. Good,
Okay,
good. We're not encouraging genocide. We're just encouraging killing clones. It's allowed, according
that's
to
fine.
Apo.
Clones aren't people.
No, clones aren't people. Clones are clones. Clones are expendable, guys. Now, CX2, I know it was in Series 3 of the Bad Batch. He is an assassin clone trooper, is the best way to describe it. But honestly, it's one of those where it's like, I would really like to know more about him before they brought him in because we don't have a lot of information about them. Like people assumed that it was Tech, people assumed that it was Crosshair, and then that was it. Yeah, people did assume it was potentially a clone of Crosshair. Then it was like, yeah, it's this, and it's like we know that they had their CT numbers removed. We don't know anything more. And that's the big part. We don't know anything more.
I just want to give a shout out to Matthias for subbing to ourselves, making us look cool.
No, I was gifting subs during the podcast today.
Yeah.
Everyone
He's
listening,
gifted a sub to Terminate.
Matthias
So, yeah.
can
Terminate was complaining about ads, so I gave him a sub. And then earlier I gifted a sub to Tassinix
I just want to give
because he's
Yeah.
one of the biggest whales in SWGoH and he can't sub to the podcast that he's been a guest on.
But so there are two more. There are two more Dark Side clone troopers. Now, Terminate did put what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're likely to get. We got Crosshair scarred, and all of a sudden it had the parenthesis scarred straight away. Why? We asked
Yeah.
this right away. Why is it Crosshair scarred?
I
What
had
if
the same
they had
question.
planned to do Crosshair Darkside Clone Trooper as when he was working for the Empire to go with this new Lord Vader team?
Yeah, I could see Crosshair parentheses Empire.
Yep.
I could give a fuck less.
So
I hate the Bad Batch.
I could see that one. So there's that. Then you've also got another Darkside clone. Don't know who it's going to be yet. I haven't really looked into it. But then you've got two Jedi Vanguards. We're still hoping for Quinlan Voss in one of them. But whether it is or isn't, we could sit here and guess hundreds of potential ones.
I'm hoping
But
it's
at
Dooku.
this point,
I want it to be light side Dooku.
it could be.
Yeah,
But
a
it
lot of
would be
people
the
want
wrong
Lightside
part of the era.
Dooku, Temple Guard, Lightside Dooku, Temple Guard, what's his face, Temple Guard Grand Inquisitor, just a Temple Guard in general.
Yeah.
So we know one is related to Temple Guard. They've already confirmed that we're getting a Temple Guard that's in reference to Grand Inquisitor as part of it. We already
is
had
that
that
later in this post?
semi-confirmed. No, that was months ago. when it was
I don't
the
remember
librarian's
that at
kit.
all.
The librarian's
I don't
kit.
remember ever hearing that was confirmed.
I just
It
remember.
was confirmed without them directly saying it. So
So it wasn't confirmed.
it says in the librarian's kit reveal that they wanted to do a nod to Grand Inquisitor. So they're either going to do here is a temple guard, or they're going to do Grand Inquisitor as a temple guard as one of those two.
No, the
There is
rest of that
no
statement
other.
is that they wanted to do that nod, but the kit was so complicated that they had to cut it out. There's no
Yeah,
implication that they're going to do it in a different character.
I will
They wanted it
I
to be
will pull
part
it
of her
up.
kit.
I'll pull it up
Why is he?
because they originally said it was going to be part of her kit. However, they did change the kit.
While he's doing
Where
that,
is it?
Terminate says Barbarossa said they messed with 2 of the Jedi's kits that were with Mace in Palp's office in the movies.
Yes, they did.
Barbosa
The kits
said,
have
so
had
that
slight
Kit
rewords.
Fisto,
Also, I want to say
Who-
fuck
who was
Barbarossa
the-
because it's bullshit that he has a test server and no one else does. That pisses me off. By the way,
who was with Mace Windu? It was Kit Fisto and who else?
I don't know.
Fuck, why can't I remember?
Also, one thing, the shout outs to Magi Chant TV. Thank you for the follow, brother. Also, if Captain Matthias can donate to himself, so can you guys. Show the Hutts some love. Which really translates to bones, because they always donate the money as pity to me every month. Support me, please.
Where is?
Yeah, guys, this was a dream that Womprat streams so much, and he's just only dreams of SWGoH. He gets his dreams and reality mixed together after a while.
No, it's not there. There is no reference to it anymore. There is no reference to the kit. They've changed the post. They've changed the post.
Okay.
Well,
We'll never know now. But
that just means that it's
yeah.
unconfirmed. So, okay.
No, that
I'm
means
looking at the
that they.
picture.
Yeah.
Picture what?
I have
They
the picture
basically
pulled.
said that they pulled it apart. They said that it wasn't. Them now removing the whole question that they had of the kit for him, that says to me they probably gave too much. They've probably removed it, given too much information, and now they don't want that out there. So
That sounds like you're
I'm gonna.
rationalizing to make yourself be right.
Well, we talked about it, and you said that it was there. It's not even there anymore.
No, I
That's the thing.
remember when it said in the kit reveal, in the frequently asked questions, it said or something like that. It says along the lines of like they wanted to give a shout out to Grand Inquisitor because of their interaction in the comic books, but that the kit was too complicated to include that. And they left it there. They didn't say that will be included later or something like that.
It was in the kit reveal, and it's not there now.
And
okay, that's the big part here.
I am going to post an image into our hosts chat real quick. This is the image of the Jedi that confronted Palpatine in his office. Once my laptop
Can you just
loads,
tell me who they
I'll
are?
post it.
I can't click off of
I
it.
can't. I don't know 2 of their names. I don't know who
God
2 of them are.
Damn it, Matthias! I thought
It's
you were
Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, and 2 Jedi whose names I don't fucking know.
You're the lore master.
Yeah. Mace Windu, Kit Fisto. I think that's I'm Gonna Die.
Fistu.
I think.
I'm pretty sure I'm Gonna Die is only in the Clone Wars TV show. I don't think he had any scenes in the movies.
Also,
because he dies in the Clone Wars TV show.
No, he also dies in the movies. He's flying a spaceship and they blow him up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Well,
this
either
is
way,
So-
he didn't die in the fight with Palpatine.
this is Cracks Flanagan. Is the one on the far left.
Cracks Flanagan? Why does that sound like a name from a really shitty fucking RPG game?
So guys,
There's no way that's Plo Koon.
so
There's no way that's Plo Koon.
no, that's not. He's got a red head.
No, is one of those supposed to be Eth Koth?
No,
Maybe.
the black guy.
God
might.
knows.
Well,
But-
because if this guy, if Barbosa says that they updated the kits of two of the characters that were in the
There's only
confrontation
one.
for Palpatine,
There's only one.
then it has to be characters that are already in the game.
Yeah.
So you heard it here. Cracks Flanagan is confirmed as one of the secret Jedi Vanguard.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to what we were talking about. The 4 new clones that are coming are for a Lord Vader leadership. We are finally getting Vader's fist, basically. I am happy. I am seriously goddamn happy. How do you feel about that, Bones? That Lord Vader is going to have a custom team?
So, before I do want to mention this, but before we move on, it's Cracks Flanagan and Dixie Tinklestick is the other guy. We've all figured it out in the chat. All right, sorry. I've had zero reason to farm Lord Vader until right this second. So he'll be on my list to eventually work on pretty soon. I do have to R9.
Yeah, he's probably moving up in my list of things that I want to focus on.
I think if he has an entire new 4 new characters for him, which is also going to save you up Maul, which is really cool. Lots of other characters. I think it's going to be shot up to the top. If you're getting brand new characters to an old GL, he's going to be one of the best GLs in the game. I guarantee you. What's the point of getting him again? They've given him too many lifters, and many people have invested in him for very little get back. So I'm excited. I want to collect all characters in the game. And when there's one GL, there's simply one GL that I could give a fuck less, and it doesn't make a difference in my roster. It's kind of sad. So I'm excited for it. It's been a mean thing, Lord Failure, especially with me. But I'm excited about it. I think it'll be cool. I like that. I like that character. I like that version of Vader. I want to collect it. I just haven't had a reason to. And I'm going to be R9ing all my Bad Batch. So why not go fucking do this as well? I'm actually
something that I did really like was they basically said is for Lord Vader. However, you could if you don't have Lord Vader, they will work under Moff Tarkin, and they're going to rework Moff Tarkin,
which is super cool.
Yes,
that's super cool.
Really nice.
Yep.
I do
anybody.
Like they're reworking older. They gave Zalbar the Omicron, and now they're reworking Grand Moff Tarkin, and this is shit that people have been asking for. Give me legacy character Omicrons. Give me legacy character reworks. So this is good on CG for doing these things.
Yeah. Now, I am really hoping that Moff Tarkin's ability reflects just how much he actually dislikes clones. He actually dislikes clones. He is the reason why the Kaminoan was being closed down and shut down slowly. Granted, other things happened that made it happen a lot quicker, but he really dislikes clones. I really hope that these Darkside clone troopers have like a clause that he can't be killed until they're all dead, because that would be so fucking funny.
Lore-wise, that's crazy because like he fought alongside clones like his whole life.
He just disliked them. He just absolutely disliked them.
Interesting.
So I am really hoping his kit like reflects that in a fun way. It really, really does. The only reason I am not applying Zetas and upping anything is I'm going to stockpile everything because it has been confirmed that he is going to be in the new raid, and we'll go through that in a minute. But at the end of this section where it says about the clone troopers and the Jedi Vanguard, it had a sound file. It had a sound file. It was from
Yes.
Meathead himself doing his fight introduction. We are getting a legendary out the window. I mean, Mace Windu.
Yeah, Mace
Yep.
Windu legendary incoming. I'm guessing it's all. There's 6 characters coming, right, in this episode.
Yes.
I'm
So
guessing
6
it's-
characters, and they said immediately after that audio file that all 6 will be required for
Yeah.
unlocking the new Mace Windu.
Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So
So
what-
all 6 are going to be required for Windu.
So we're gonna have.
It's going to suck.
So we're gonna have Joe Costa new, the leader, Vanguard, 2 marquees for Vanguard, and then just
No,
one.
Joe Costanu doesn't have a leadership ability.
I didn't
Mace
say
Windu
that.
is probably
I
going
didn't
to be
say
the
that.
leader for that team.
Maybe if I did say, I didn't mean it. The leader. They said the leader is Mace Windu for the Vanguard.
Yeah.
And you have Jocasta new. Then you're gonna have the 2 marquee Vanguards, and then 1 leftover shit character. I guess it sounds like.
Yeah, one
It-
leftover 5th
yeah.
slot, which I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that most people, what they're probably gonna want to do for that team, like if you were to rush Joe Costanu and Mace Windu somehow, you're probably gonna want your 5th to be just Keller and Beck for efficiency's sake, and then in Territory Wars with the Keller and Beck Omicron, you use his lead, and in Grand Arenas you use Mace Windu lead with Joe Costanu.
It's way too early to even figure that out. Don't even start. Don't even start that. Don't even
Yeah.
know.
It,
Once you do it.
it is looking good, though. It's not looking like it's going to be a shit team. It's looking like it's going to be a fun team. It really
I know.
is.
I know we're not through this update yet, but already what we've talked about is the most exciting thing we've got all year. I'm pretty pumped about it. Pretty cool.
Yep. How are you feeling about it, Tiny Bubbles? Now that you've arrived, what do you think of the 6 potential new characters?
Oh, I just realized I was like, the whole time I was here, I realized I had myself muted. Whoops.
Jesus Christ, Tiny. God
Yeah,
damn
he
it.
just texted me and was like, I'm in, and I texted him back and was like, then unmute yourself.
Whoops. Whoopsie doodles.
For everyone listening, Tiny Bubbles, longtime friend of all of ours. And
Yep.
where are you
Now,
from, Bubs?
Tiny Bubbles?
Can you tell us where you're from?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Hey, guys. Tiny Bubbles here from House of the Hut. And welcome to the Hutts Hangout. Grab your blasters and blue milk. You're welcome, Mike.
Also, he has
Um,
he has a gigantic sex machine that he has at work that constantly
Yes.
is flowing.
Tiny Bubbles is a sex therapist in California who was misplaced by the LA fires.
But-
Jesus Christ.
But the sex machine is the size of a washing machine, though, and it sounds like one as
Oh,
well.
it's way bigger than that.
And
Oh, and also
and
now
he-
you get the face cam.
his sex
Look at
therapy
you,
is
buddy.
that he shoves stepsisters into his sex machine,
Bro,
and then they get stuck.
hold on. If you're watching live, I've
Uh.
never seen Bubbles before. I don't think. Look at you, you sexy motherfucker.
This might be my first time. I mean, actually, no, I've seen a picture of him before, but this is my first time seeing him.
Bro, you look like a fucking doctor. You need to go get your PhD. Where the
Because
fuck
he's
are you
at
doing
work right now.
X-rays
He's
right
wearing
now?
his scrubs.
I am-
He hasn't
I'm
eaten
actually-
this morning.
No, I know
I'm
what he
actually-
does. He's an X-ray
I'm
tech.
actually sitting next to the X-ray No, I'm not an X-ray tech. I'm an MRI. I'm a radiologic technologist. Whatever you want.
Is that better?
That's
Hold on,
literally
let me-
exactly what my wife does as well.
I've always wanted to do that, actually.
Let me crack
for a
in
job.
real quick.
How long did you have to
Since
do
now
that?
I'm here, like 2 or 3 years.
That's it? I might have to do that. Get off my ass. Okay.
You
Well,
should.
well Bubs, we love
Yeah,
you.
my wife
It's
went to school for
magnetizing.
2 years.
I'm
Yeah,
there for
learn
the
how
sex
magnets
machine.
work.
Sorry, I keep
Oh, I
talking.
can hear my sex machine, but it's shut off by a door right now.
Can you turn it on for us for a minute so everyone knows what we're talking about?
It is on. Here,
Okay.
here. Let me unvideo myself. Hold on.
This is the important part.
Proprietary
go.
technology and all that shit.
I've gotten
There you go.
MRIs before. I can't hear it. It's all right.
Yeah, I can't hear
Well,
anything
I
either.
shut the door now, so.
It's okay, buddy. It's all right.
Yep.
We tried.
All right. Let's get back to the important shit because they told us the raid, but the final name is to be decided. So at the moment, it's called the Lord Vader raid. However, caveat: Lord Vader's not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you stop right there? Stop right there. I just saw a meme that Bane posted 2 minutes ago. It's hilarious. So imagine Anakin's asking for the rank of master. This is what it is. Mace says, Mace
Where this
says,
is going.
Mace says, you are leading the attack on the Jedi Temple, but you are not playable in the SWGoH raid. What? How can I lead the attack but not be part of the raid? This is outrageous. It's unfair. Capital, like it has Mace Windu with capital games thing over his face. You are featured in this era, but we do not grant you access to the era raid. How can they be in the raid? They weren't. How can they be in the raid? They weren't even in the era. And then it has like the Omega team as the council and Capital Games looking at like surrounding Anakin, looking at him as the council. Oh, that was hilarious.
So that is one thing that I want to say, because it's like the next line along here anyway. So yeah, they say the characters allowed will be new Bad Batch squad, era of Revenge of the Sith characters, as well as Transmission Lost. So
Yeah.
most of us are assuming that the as well as section is going to be Ahsoka Tano, because she was announced as she was going to have her own raid that she was a featured character for. But when it says era of Revenge of the Sith characters, I swear to fucking God, they better mean characters that were around in the timeline of Revenge of the Sith.
So here,
I don't think Ahsoka will have the raid.
Hold on, I think Crax Flanagan is going to lead the Transmission Lost squad. Is what's going to happen.
I'm just saying, if they allow the new Bad Batch squad, but they don't allow the old Bad Batch squad, who was literally doing shit when Order 66 happened, I'm gonna be really fucking mad.
No, I don't think they will allow the old Bad Batch. I honestly don't.
I don't think they will either, and I
people to
think that
spend.
is a huge fucking mistake on their part.
So the main thing here is you go on, while Lord Vader is the ideal character for them, he himself is not going to be allowed in the raid, which we talked about. Grand Moff Tarkin will be receiving a rework we've already talked about, but they say in it, he will lead the dark side characters in the raid, as well in general for guys that players that don't have Lord Vader. All of a sudden,
So
that
Grand
has
Moff
now
Tarkin will
confirmed
be in the raid.
Yes.
that Moff Tarkin is there.
Also, he'll be the one that gets the raid Omicron. Guarantee you.
There is the
I
possibility.
actually had that exact thought while I was reading this.
Yep.
What if part of Grand Moff Tarkin's rework is that they give him the raid Omicron?
Yep. Guarantee it.
There is the possibility. Do I think it would be good to have on him? Probably, because it's a character. If you've got C, you've got Moff Tarkin at Relic 5 or 3 or whatever.
He's very
if you've got Lord Vader, you've got him at Relic 7.
Site counter for Executor and Profundity. You have Grand Moff Tarkin at Relic levels.
Yeah. So there are going to be a lot of people with Tarkin at a decent Relic. If the rest of this team is, okay, Relic 7 is going to be the optimum tier, yet again, to get a decent raid score, okay, that's fine. I've got 4 Relic 7s to do. It's just one of those. It isn't.
If they stay true to their word and they keep it as the raid Omicrons only cost 10 Omicron materials, because that was what the last 2 raid Omicrons were. And I could be wrong about this, but I want to say that the Bausch Leia people who applied that Omicron got 10 Omicrons back as like a refund.
Yep.
I mean, if they're sticking with the 10 Omicron materials, if you apply that Omicron to the character at the start of the raid when it comes out, like if you already have that character at Relics, which anybody with Sith Eternal will, and you apply that Omicron right at the start of the raid, it's usually more than makes up for the 10 Omicron materials.
Yep. It is probably going to be really worthwhile getting the army as early as you physically can.
Bubbles,
It's going to be one of those.
weigh in here. What's your opinion about this stuff? Raid.
So personally, like first of all, with Mateus's whole thing about Bad Batch, I was like, if they have to put Bad Batch, they got to put Kanan in, because wasn't Kanan Jarrus the little kid that they try to like talk to at the very beginning?
Yeah,
Yes.
the first episode of the Bad Batch TV show, that small child was Kanan Jarrus.
Which crazy first off, but
Keller and
I'm
Beck,
excited
Whoa.
because Keller. Oh yeah, Keller.
because remember he saved Grogu.
He did save Grogu.
Yeah.
Keller and Beck was in the Jedi Temple at the fall of the temple.
He saved Grogu.
Will Grogu be coming? Is he a Vanguard? He didn't do anything.
No.
Oh
but he was
man,
there.
is that one of the question mark Jedi Vanguards? Is it Grogu?
Dun dun dun.
It's
Grogu.
the only thing they said was that Jedi Vanguard were Jedi who were associated with the defense of the Jedi Temple. Grogu was there. That makes him associated.
He might be it.
Anyways, Bubble, sorry.
No, you're good.
Right.
No, I'm excited for the new raid. Like I feel like right now we don't really know, but I'm already knowing that like Grand Moff Tarkin is going to be a part of it. It helps me out a little bit, because right now with my new account, like I feel bad because I used to be putting down like 2 or 3 million for the raid, and now I'm putting like 900,000, and that's it. So I'm excited. Like maybe we'll move on from this old raid and get to something where I can be a little more helpful.
How'd you go from 3 million to 900,000?
I got a new account.
Oh, that's right, Bubs. I forgot about that,
A couple
brother.
months ago, we talked about how somebody's account got deleted.
That's right, dude.
That was
I
me.
forgot about that, man. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's really fucking
It's all
shitty.
good. Honestly, though,
So-
big shout out to E-Ray, though. He let me take his other account he had, so for free, and it's a really nice account.
We love
So
E-Ray.
I'm not complaining.
Shout out to E-Ray. Love you, buddy. I'll continue on, brother. I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
So back to the raid stuff. More information is coming out closer. That's all we know for now. There is not a lot.
So Lipstick brings up a fantastic point. Cup was around during the fall of the Jedi Temple. There was the Coruscant Underworld Police Force at that time. So what if you spend $5 on this R9 Cup pack that's supposed to come out in a couple of days, and then you can use him in the raid?
We don't know that's
That'll
real
be
yet.
good.
We don't know that's real.
Cup's like the new Jar Jar of the raid.
Yeah, everybody hates him.
What if
but
Cup gets the raid Omicron?
Oh God.
I wouldn't be mad about that. A lot of people work on him anyways. I want to say something.
The rest of the news.
Hold on. I want to say one more thing. There's a lot to tell about brand new LSBs. Obviously you want to get Lord Vader now, and they just came out with the Bad Batch LSBs. Before this newest raid, they had the shitty Jedi LSB, and it came out to be worth it. I'm not going to say every single LSB has been something, but there's something to tell from most LSBs that seem random, and they always end up a month or so later making sense. So
Yeah.
we always like to look at breadcrumbs in this game. Look at LSBs that come out that are new. You might be surprised what you get out of it. That's all I want to say.
So we had the 2 Rogue One LSBs, so Profundity, which we kind of talked about last week. We think that might be an indication that Profundity is going to get a lifter.
Wait, what? Why are we getting? Who thinks there's a Profundity lifter? For what?
We talked about this last week, Bones, and you agreed with me.
But just remind me.
Your entire point was, actually, there are LSBs coming out, so that's a good point. Maybe there will be a lifter for Profundity.
Okay.
Your exact words.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope not.
The
I hope
main
not,
the
no.
main thing we've got to take away is everybody wants Luthen's ship, which would be a brilliant lifter for Profundity. Now,
Yeah.
the simple one is, as of the end of this conquest, is when they did Malgus exactly a year later. Oh, look, he's now farmable. He's now in the proving grounds and everything else. And that is when they brought out Malgus's ship. We could be the next conquest unit going, here is Luthen's. And honestly, if that is the case and that is a profundity lifter, that's fine.
Red 5. I don't give a fuck if everyone keeps talking about it for the last 3 years. Red 5 me, lift up home one. Yeah. Fuck the profundity. Fuck the dick plate. I fucking hate the dick plate. Don't lift up another GL fucking ship. Fuck that.
No.
They need to add
Red
Luthen Rail
5
with a caveat that says whenever an enemy ship gains stealth, they take damage equal to 50% of their max health, and this damage ignores protection.
Why?
That would shut dick plate.
Oh, gotcha.
So do you know what my only thing is with Red 5? You can guarantee it'll be a Radis lifter. Because it'll be Ray 5. Just for bones.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Just for bones.
Fuck you guys.
Red 5.
Why do I talk to you guys for?
I don't know.
I'm out
Red
here.
5 should
We're shutting
be a
it down.
one lifter. I
This
agree
is
with
it. We're
Bones.
done.
Luthen Rail ship for a profundity lifter.
Yeah. So, back to all the news. Era battles. So, era battles are similar to assault battles, but for a limited time, playable only during and shortly after the associated era, and requiring era obtained units. There are 2 that have been confirmed, with a "I am the Senate" joke as well, which is quite funny, and also the from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Because you've got the first one being Nightfall, Order 66, enter the Jedi Temple with your dark side clone troopers and take any Jedi who stand in your way. And then the second one is...
This is them basically saying, if you want to interact with our new events in any capacity, and most likely moving forward for every era and every episode from now on, if you want to interact with the newest events, you need to whale on the newest characters.
Well, they're saying it's the same as the assault battle. The assault battles are staged, so it's not you've got to have Relic 7 to do any of it.
You're going to have to.
It's usually a case of you've got to have a minimum star rating to be able to get to the higher ones. So, yeah, you are going to get limited out. You might only be able to get gear, or you might only be able to get shards, which is fine. But if you are going to whale, there's a chance that you get relic materials. There's a chance that there could be Zetas in these. It's also a way for them to add temporary content, like assault battles, that if you are whaling away and spending away, you've got more that you can do. If not, you are not engaging the whales, and eventually that'll mean they'll walk away.
I want to take a break and mention that we said nothing about Aussie Mike not being on the show.
I was going to talk about it at the end. He's having a holiday.
Mike, we love you.
We shut him down.
Our Australian AI generator crashed this week.
We love you, Mike. Sorry we didn't talk about you. We do miss you, though. Continue on.
we shut him down for the weekend. We're having him just reset himself.
Also, even though
he's back next week, but
even though none of us 3 have let him talk, Tiny Bubbles is here too. Thank you, Bubbles, for joining us.
Yeah. Well, we got used to talking about him here.
Yep. So we'll go to the Era Battle 2 now. Era Battle 2. Use the Jedi Vanguard from your era in Revenge of the Sith to arrest Darth Sidious, or try to. Yay.
So this is the only thing that I want to add on from before what you were talking about with how the assault battles are different. So if you look at the 2 newest assault battles, right, is the Poncho Bros and the Remnant Bros.
Yep.
So With those at the lowest tiers, you get shards for those specific characters that are associated with those assault battles. So if CG was going to do right by the players with these era battles, then it would be the same way. They would
Yeah.
give you shards for the Dark Side clone troopers at the lowest tiers of Era Battle 1. And they would give you shards for the Jedi Vanguards, even if even if it's the old Jedi Vanguards that most people have at 7 stars already. Give me my shard shop currency. You've been taking away all my sources of shard shop currency. Give me some new fucking sources. You know?
Why did the rich have
Like,
to
if
get
you
richer?
wanted to do right by your player base, you would make the lowest, even if it's only the absolute lowest, tier 1. Make it so that gives me shards for these characters.
Why did the rich have to
Yeah.
get richer? People who are overly positive about this game in general have been complaining about these assault battles. Even they think it's bullshit. Like, what else do they need? Like, the whales are, everything's R9 at this point. Why do they need more shit? And why do we have to miss out on it? It's fucking bullshit. I'm
The
not up
thing
in
is,
arms
they've
about it,
got
but it's
to.
stupid.
Okay. Literally, anybody go look up this player on SWGoH.gg. Pumperer. He is the highest GP, #1 GP in the game. He has every character in the game at Relic 9.
Well, he's not
He
the only
has
one.
fucking Ugnaught at Relic 9.
Yeah. And this
He
is the thing.
doesn't
It's
need
not
droidry.
for them. It's not for them. These things are not for the players that are in the middle. These right at the top. These are not for the bigger whales. These are specifically for the dolphins, the medium spenders, the people that spend $100. They want you to spend 110, 120. They are targeting the guys that go, okay, so I'll buy the era pass, whatever that thing is. I'll buy the $30 pass so I get my shards, and I'll also buy a couple of crystal packs so I can get a bit more. That's the people they're targeting with these.
Yeah,
This is
that
what
makes sense.
Okay,
people are
but
not
That makes sense.
understanding.
I agree.
They're not targeting
every
the whales.
I agree. That makes sense.
but every now and then, like, yeah, sure, you want to reward the people who spend $100 a month on your game. That's great. Every now and then, you need to throw a bone to the free-to-play players instead of boning them.
I mean, I'm down to be boned.
And this is the
but
thing. They are doing that to a degree with the newer assault battles where you get the shards. I'm hoping, yes, they
But
do
I'm
continue
saying that they
that
should,
with these era battles. I'm
yes, that's
hoping
what
they
I'm
do
saying,
that.
is if they want to do right by their player base, they need to do that in the era battles as well.
But a large amount of the community are just saying, oh, they're bringing era battles and it's going to be only for the ones that have spent. It's not going to be. They are going to want you to interact. These are going to be probably very similar to assault battles. Yet you may not be able to do the higher end and they might be gone before you can get the higher end done. But at the end of the day, it's there for people that are spending around maybe $300 a month that are spending that regularly so that they can try and get more money in. That's
All right.
what these battles are for. They're not for the whales.
All right, let's pause for a second. Bubbles, what's your thoughts on all this?
What are my thoughts on the new raid and like how everything's kind of going about with the
Yeah,
new eras and all that?
yeah, you gotta catch up with everything. Yeah, so just
Yeah, the announcement of the era battles, the
Yeah.
temporary assault battles that'll only be around during the era.
Honestly, like I just never been bothered by it now, especially now with the new account. Like I've taken like a whole like new thing where I'm just like I'm not gonna spend any more money on this game because I spent a lot of money on the game previously with my last account, and like you said, Mateus, like it could easily just go like that without even a second thought. So now I'm just saying to myself, I'm not gonna spend any more money. So yeah, it kind of sucks that like you might not be able to hit as good or as well in these raids because you don't spend money. But at the same time, I'm not really here to like be top dog. I'm here to just be, I'm just having some fun with the game now at this point because there's not really much I can do at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever it is now is it's just kind of in CG's hands. Whatever CG does, you just kind of have to roll with the punches a little bit now at this point because we can't. At the end of the day, we can't decide what they do. We can only just do with what they got.
And I want you to go back and tell us what you think about the raid because we're being terrible hosts. So catch
Nah,
up.
dude, you guys are good. I'm chilling, but I'm excited. Like, nonetheless, I'm excited that Lord Vader is going to actually do what he was meant to do instead of having all this mishmash of different random characters thrown together for his team. Like, I don't think he ever interacted with Malicos, maybe Maul, like to some degree at some point. It just never made sense to me. Like, his team was all these mishmash people. Now it makes more sense that he's going to be leading like some dark side clones who maybe
He's
maybe
Do you have
he's
Lord
going to be
Vader?
leading dark side clones he had no interaction with.
So what?
I know.
He had clones
I don't
behind him in
know.
the fucking movie. He had clones following him behind him.
Yeah, but he never fucking met Apo.
Who cares? I don't even know who the fuck. You don't even know who Apple was. Who cares?
I thought
I know who he
Apple.
is now.
I thought Apple was the one that like when Bail Organa just shows up randomly during that one scene, he's the one that aims the gun at Bail Organa before that one like random Jedi jumps out and like kind of lays waste to some of them. You guys know what I'm talking
No,
about?
it's
Apo
yeah,
was with Ponkrell,
it's
the
yeah, it's
Four
from the
Arms
Pound Crowl
Jedi.
episode.
Oh, okay. See, I thought because I did hear you guys talk about that, but originally what I thought Apple was because I thought he was the one that goes, "I'm sorry, sir, it's time for you to leave." I thought that was him.
Matthias, how many times did Tarful lead three Chewbacca's in a team? How many
That seems
times
ridiculous,
how many
though.
times
I've
did
never
Rey have
played.
a clone of herself along with Barriss Offee and fucking Ezreal? Like, how many times did
But Bubbles' point was that he's glad that Lord Vader is getting a team of clones to lead instead of a mishmash of random characters he never interacted with. This is still a mishmash of random clones he never interacted with.
That's fair.
It's just that
That is
they're all
fair.
clone troopers now.
I'm just saying.
Maybe
Well, this
like
is the thing. We don't even know if the other two are a mishmash. The other two could literally be 501st clones.
yeah, they
Yeah,
We
have
one of
don't
to.
know
them
yet.
could literally just be a copy and paste of the ARC Trooper model, but with dark side instead of light side. Sure,
Well,
we don't know, but
they already have the characters in game. Like when you do I can't remember what that's called, but it's the GL event, the one with the purple diamonds currency. You guys know what I'm talking about?
yeah. Yeah.
So if you do the JMK one, remember that Lord Vader has some clones with him. Maybe those clones, like in that event, are like the ones that are with. Trying to remember what was another like time where we had to fight like a bunch of like it said 501st
I
clones,
mean,
but it wasn't.
just go look at the Rise of the Empire territory battle. On the light side
Yeah,
planets
there
in
you
the
go.
Stickland
That's right. You're
2
right.
or 3, you fight the Purge troopers. There's a mission where you fight the dark side crosshair. Like you're right, they've already got the character models in game for people that they could use. The question is whether or
Uh,
not they're going to
and
use them.
Bane's just pointing something out. Apo was 501st, so Vader would have interacted with him. It's
No?
not a
I
random.
didn't know Appo
Yeah,
was okay. I didn't know Appo was
the
501st. That's on me. But
the problem with CX2, they in the TV series they confirmed that he didn't have a number. It was removed, so he could have been 501st. We do not know. It was also believed he was potentially a copy of Crosshair or a copy of Tech. We still don't know that. We actually don't know anything about his history. So he could have just been a 501st Trooper that was turned into an assassin clone, that the number was removed, and they never know. He does know Rex by name in that series. He would only know Rex by name if he had interacted with Rex. So obviously, at some point, CX2 knew Rex, which means the chance is he is 501st. So
But
saying that they're
the
not
501st
direct,
Legion
there
and
is a
the
chance.
501st Legion and the 212th Legion they work together on joint operations all the time.
Yeah. So he could have been 212. He could have been one or the other. Nobody knows exact history of CX2. And I think they're going to keep it that way. And that is a good thing.
Watch
And
them
yeah,
use the dark side.
He was also the guy that stopped Bale, like you said, Tiny. So there is a lot of bits of history that we don't fully all know. Like, I love reading Star Wars books. I love reading comics. Yeah, I still don't know all the bits. I don't know
No.
exactly which troopers did which. I know the history of it. I love that bit. But it's like, I didn't know that he was the one that pointed at Bale and told him to leave. And it's, at the end of the day, we don't know much about the assassin clones.
Do you
I think
guys
that there is a good chance that one of these dark side clone troopers is going to be Commander Fox.
It would be nice.
That would be fun.
It would be nice.
That'd be really cool. Do you guys just going off topic a little bit, just because we're talking about random Star Wars history, do you guys know the name of the guy that tries to sell death sticks to Kenobi and Attack of the Clones?
It's something
No,
to
I
do
don't
with.
know his name.
It's very similar to Amagundai. Like, it's
No,
cliche.
Bones. I'm telling you right now, you should look it up because, oh my God, I feel like you would have a heyday with this name.
No, I just saw it.
Go on, tell him. Tell him.
But it's similar to Amagundai, where like Amagundai
Alon,
dies.
his name is Alon Sleazebagano.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
When I
just
found
recently
this
saw it.
out, I wanted to die. I laughed like I want my gun die.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny.
Bagano.
I
Like,
know, I
George
saw that.
Lucas legit. There are some characters that George Lucas just gave up on. They're like,
There was-
hey, what should we name this Jedi who's gonna die later on in the season? I don't know. I'm gonna die.
But
I'm a gun die.
But you know what?
I'm
J.K.
gonna
Rowling
die.
did the same thing with Harry Potter. Like, there were some pretty like cliche, like you could tell her she just pulled it out of her ass right then and there.
They're like, she was like, I need the name of a character who, or I need the name of a boy who's attending Hogwarts from Ireland.
Yeah.
What's the most stereotypical Irish name I can come up with? Seamus Finnegan.
No.
And like Cho
Yeah.
Chang.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but all I'm going to say is Harry Potter is not new. It's Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. That's all it is.
Fuck you.
I literally
Harry
saw a video
Potter-
that was exactly that. It was
Fuck
100%
you.
that.
How was it like Star
That is
Wars?
because of writing tropes. That is not the kind of podcast that we are. We're not going to go into that.
Yeah, we're not.
I love
So-
Harry Potter.
They've also released all the episode shipment stuff that we're getting.
But
The
we don't
4
need to go
Datacrons
over.
we've already said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bones, can you just read the entire list to us, please?
Don't do it, Womp. Don't just.
There's
Now,
there is
bits
105
that we
things
do
on the
want to
list that you
know.
wouldn't mind reading.
There is bits that are important because it's like if you need Asajj, Tech, Death Trooper, Captain Rex, Normal Rex, sorry, Tarfels, Arc Troopers, Sia Junda, Jedi Anakin, and Cody, they're all the shards this time. So they're the ones that you can get shards of.
How many shards is it?
Last time
Like we
this
mentioned
gave us a
earlier, we have
hint.
the Focus Datacrons, Boba Fett,
Yeah.
Cyan Django, Dr. Aphra, Harrison Dula, and Zalbar. Those are going to be obtained through episode shipments.
Yeah. You've also still got armies, and there is next to no changes other than that. Then they've brought up the episode track, and they have moved Zetas a little bit closer to the front again. So Zetas are more front loaded. They've gone from being, I think it was 7 at one point, and they've slowly been moving them forward. Now, 5, if you buy the episode pass, you're getting the 5 Zetas. Where this time was 3 Zetas at 4. So you're getting a little bit more. Oh, sorry,
That
one's
and
8
if
at 5
you
and 1 at 4.
that and if you do buy the episode pass at the first level, you get 20 shards of Apo.
Yeah. And there will be a quest for CT2 shards when he comes out. So there are some really, really good things. There are some really good things. So
Cool.
yeah.
Good
I
luck.
am honestly quite impressed with the fact that they're constantly bringing these tiers out, which tells us where you've got to get to break even. And it
They're
is still the same.
they're
So
paying attention to the episode pass. They're actually paying attention to the feedback about that, right? We all wish they would pay attention to the feedback about everything, but they're paying attention to the feedback about the episode pass because it's their newest, biggest overhaul. And you have people like Bones who despise it,
Mhm.
and so they're trying to placate those people.
It's not as bad as it was, but yeah. It was just I think it's just it didn't need to be done.
I don't disagree with you, Bones, about your previous opinion that it's like you came out with this whole UI overhaul for this episode pass system, but there's a million things that you could have changed that would have taken way less work that would have made the game more enjoyable. I don't think you're wrong about those things. I just think that when you take a step back and you look at it as a player and you say, I want you to make these changes. Why aren't you making these changes? But then you try and see it from their shoes where it's like, we need to make changes that are going to introduce new ways for us to make money so we can keep the game running.
But
An episode pass
make the episode
that
pass a
gives you
fucking pack.
way more
It's an
than
ascension pack, pretty much. Just a longer one. You don't even have to redo. You just make it a fucking pack, and they make money. Like it was unnecessary.
and I don't think that you're necessarily wrong about that. But this overhaul at least adds like a certain level of engagement to the game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
that's true.
in the past, you always will just auto sim everything. At least
Hmm.
now, when you have a quest to like, win a battle with this character in your team or defeat this character with this character in your team or some shit like that. At least now you're like actually going and loading up a battle and instead of just clicking sim. Even if it's stupid, it's still like a little bit more of a level of interaction that you have with the game.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I agree. What
no.
else? What else?
So
That's actually all of them.
then that is all of the main bits that we've got to talk about. Most of the news other than that was little bits of updates that has all been good. Like they've done bug fixes, they've actually fixed a load of shit. It's all good that they've done that shit. So yeah. Honestly, like the overall news this week, I'm excited for the new raid. I really am. But there's a lot to look forward to with it. There's a
You
hell of a lot
guys,
to look forward to.
are you guys super excited about the fact that it's Mace Windu that's going to be like the main focus point? Or how do you guys feel about
No,
that though?
I
Mm,
don't. That doesn't turn me on.
I wasn't
I'm
that.
not getting a chub thinking about a Mace Windu legendary.
I,
I was about to say I know what it does, but I'm not going to.
that bald, sexy head
But
of his. So aroused right now.
the the
After
the, uh, the thing for me is it's going to always be called out the window.
Ha,
It's
uh
always going to get called it.
ha, ha.
I mean, but also like what are they gonna call him? Mace Windu parentheses Vanguard? Mace Windu
Maybe.
parentheses Senator office? Like I I just
Senator office.
I don't think that I don't think a new Mace Windu was necessary, especially after they reworked him a couple years ago. They made him really good. So I don't think that Mace Windu
I
Legendary was the right. I
I
think
think
that they should
my
have introduced somebody else.
my biggest thing is like if this was the opportunity for them to bring out in like someone else that like completely like would have been like a huge like character for them, like a Syndralig or a you guys were talking about it earlier, like it could possibly be a Temple Guard Grand Inquisitor, even though the kit got changed into the thing. You guys said like there was like a thing mentioned in some like forum or something like that, and then all of a sudden it got changed.
Yeah, I think that they would have been better off not introducing a second Mace Windu character and instead saying, hey, Mace Windu at Relic 3 is a requirement for JMK. So we're going to throw you guys a little bit of a bone and we're going to make Mace Windu at Relic 7 be a requirement for the new Jedi Vanguard Legendary and have the new Jedi Vanguard Legendary be the thing that everybody was excited for. You
Or
still
you
get
could
your
have
two
done
Jedi Vanguard marquees that you wanted. So you're still going to make your money off the marquees, but give us a character people are actually going to get hyped for. I haven't heard a single person say that they were hyped for a new Mace Windu.
When I heard
I bet you I can name one
I'm
person that is.
Ram Bam,
yeah, me.
Who? Fucking
Yep.
Samuel
Oh, there you go.
Jackson?
No, not
lost them all.
Samuel Jackson.
Honestly,
Ram Bam. Bone said it.
Yep.
honestly, I'm
Like,
looking forward to it. No matter what it is,
I'm
this is
not
a
saying
new
I'm
legendary
not,
character. It's meant to lead a load of Jedi Vanguard. If that gives us another team that can do some really good stuff, I'm all in.
but that new team is going to require 2 new marquees and a conquest unit in order to do anything useful.
And
Well, welcome to the game, buddy. That's how it goes.
Well, what
Like
about
every team that
but it's not really making a team better that could do something. You gave this Jedi Vanguard tag to this whole long list of characters, and only like 3 people on that list are even useful.
the thing is, we don't know what the rest of Mace's kit does. His kit could actually make use of all of those not so great kits. We don't know. And this is something that I
If at
was
least
saying
one,
before.
if at
Because
least one
it's
ally is a useless Jedi Vanguard,
Please let it be Guardian. Please give us
if at
Guardian.
least
his
one
Guardian?
ally is Jedi Guardian, Jedi Consular, Eth Koth, Hit
Please.
Fisto.
Somebody that sucks.
Well, I'm just saying
the,
I really just hope they bring in Jedi Dooku. Like they really tickle Bones bone.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
I always like a bone
the
tickled by me, but I agree. Bubs is when people started throwing that idea around about him being the legendary. That's where I started getting like excited. I agree with
I
like
thought
I
that
agree
this
with
new one was
everybody,
going to lift up the nameless Jedi.
but I'm
That's what I was excited for. That's what I wanted.
yeah, but I'm not like disappointed that it's Mace. Like I'm okay with it, but it's just I do agree. Like I think you could have had somebody better. I'm not mad about it or anything like that.
I was
the main
expecting new
thing
legendary Jocasta Nu, Jedi Consular, Jedi Knight Guardian, Jedi Vanguard, or Jedi Temple Guard.
That's too free to play. You're thinking too free to play.
the main thing is they want to drive money. So to drive money, they need us to spend on newer characters. So that's why I expected at least 3 of the members are going to be non-free to play farmable. You saying, oh well, it's a conquest unit. Yes, it is. But if you've played long enough, you're not spending to get conquest units.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even say that that is a bad thing to have.
But you're
The other
not
thing
spending
is,
to get the
it's
conquest unit because you've already spent the money. You're just
yeah,
still receiving the
exactly,
rewards for money that you spent. You still had to spend to
exactly.
get to that point. There's very
Some
limited
people,
fully free to play
so,
players who get new conquest units.
some people have not spent a penny on this game and still get conquest units for free. It took them
But
time
the
to
pool
get
of
there.
people who do that is very limited.
Yeah, the pool of that is not as hey, hi, but it's the return on what you spent. If you've not spent well, you are not going to get those conquest units. At the end of the day, yes, there are things that they could do better, and there are ways they could do it better. But at the end of the day, the way they're doing it is really nice for if you've been working on your account. If you haven't worked on your account, it does hurt. Like You could, in theory, wait until these go free to play, which should be a month after release for each character. It turns out it's a month and a half at the moment because the first one of the Bad Batch went farmable last week, which was a month and a half after she'd been out. So it does look like they've extended the time before they go farmable. But at the end of the day, if you can get Mace Windu, in 3 months after it coming out, you still benefit from it. You still benefit from getting it early. And there are people that can do it free to play from that. So, one of those where
I'm probably gonna chase Mace Windu because I assume he's gonna be good, just like Bo-Katan Mandalore was, just like Baylan Skoll was supposed to be.
I was about to say,
Even
he
though
better
he's
be
still
better than Baylan.
fucking let down.
Baylan's trash, dude. I'm pissed about
Baylan is good.
No, he's not.
Baylan is good.
He couldn't even beat.
Baylan was good when he
he's
had
supposed to counter JMK, and every time I fight JMK now, he gets fucking smoked. And I have 3 Omicrons.
No, he countered JMK when he had his Datacron because his Datacron prevented instant
He's not
defeats.
good.
Now he can't counter JMK.
He's not
anymore.
good. He is not good.
Yeah, he was only good with his
Datacron.
He has 1 counter, probably.
He is still good. I still use it against JMK. I still use it against Rey. I still use it against Ahsoka. Baylan is still surprisingly good.
Well,
with a dark
you can
side
take
tank
out
revive.
Ahsoka.
Okay. Well, I need you to make a video for me so I can refer to it because he's not won maybe once.
I'm
in
on
like
your
3
side.
months. No, I know. I'm just telling you.
I'm on your side, Bones. I'm not making a video about why Baylan's good. I regret wailing on Baylan.
No, Womprat. I'm telling
I
Womprat needs to do it. Yeah. So I need to be shown why.
But you said why don't you two?
Huh?
You said why don't you two make a video? I was like, who the fuck is the second person?
I did not come at you in any way. I'm
He's
talking
about me.
Yeah, I need
Obviously.
bubbles. Yeah. Anyways,
totally.
I need proof.
I will say that
I need to make a video about Baylan.
Well, we both are the only ones with glasses, so that makes sense. But I was
clearly
gonna just say,
smarter than we are.
But I will say this: Baylan has one thing. I've never had the character, but I have seen what he does. Being able to, can he solo Malgus? Is that true? Still?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, and I haven't looked
because there's something in his kit that like immediately, like whenever something happens, like they automatically
when he is inflicted with when him or a mercenary ally is inflicted with fear, they gain it's like 50% max health and protection or some shit like that. So
no, but then it does something to the enemy team as well, where it cuts him down to like basically like 1 HP, and then he can just do one huge swipe and bam, they're gone.
That's
if something like that is going on, then it is not supposed to be.
Was that the Datacron or was that his kit?
No, it is his kit that's doing something, and it's to do with the fear. He heals up, and then he does something to them if they gain a debuff or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they do lose a massive health. When you're in Conquest, you can see it very, very clearly. When you find a Revan team, use Baylan against it, and they instantly go to red.
If there are no enemy galactic legends whenever a mercenary ally is inflicted with fear, all mercenary allies gain 50% bonus max protection and offense stacking until the end of the encounter. Recover 50% health and protection. Deal true damage to all enemies which can't be evaded or defeat them. Blind them for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted, and inflict them with healing immunity for 1 turn, which can't be evaded, dispelled, or resisted. And that is all on his leader.
Jesus Christ.
And he's still
I forgot he has like one of the biggest fucking kits ever.
And he's trash.
Yeah. He's not. He really
he's only good against non-galactic legend teams that inflict fear, aka Darth Revan.
Yeah. Well,
can we get a?
I will say this, like.
Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, just like every character, every team has their like one huge stint. Like even people will say like Trench is a terrible team. In like some degrees, like it makes sense, but if you face him at TW and you have them modded the right way, good luck.
I don't
if
think
you do,
Trench is
and if
terrible
you-
at all. I think Trench is better than Balin. He's got more.
Yikes.
He's got more holds than Balin has for me.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
the
but
one
that's
thing
'cause
that I
you're
will say about
Bones.
that is, are you going and checking what people used against your defenses on SWGoH.gg? Because for all you know, granted, this is
It's
something that I'll
Inquisitors.
fully say. For all you know, the reason Balin's not getting holds is because he's eating a GL,
They're using
which is a win.
Inquisitors. They use Inquisitors
Yeah.
almost all the time.
If they're using Riva to take out Balin, then I would still say that's a
It's a
win.
huge win.
Because Riva
That's still
could
a
be
win.
defeating.
Riva's still a very expensive team, even now. Now
Yeah.
that she's been out for like 2+ years now, right? It's been 2 years now.
Rumor is that Baby
Yep.
Riva is going to be the second Vanguard.
Somebody said that in the chat earlier. Yeah,
Oh, God.
Baby Riva's gonna be Vanguard
Baby
Marquise.
Riva
It's
for
gonna
the win,
be
right?
Baby
Yeah.
Baby Yoda and Baby Riva.
Need as many kids in the game
Please,
as we
God,
can
no.
get.
Please, God, no.
Can we go on to viewer questions, guys?
Right.
I'm about to pass
Full
out.
baby team with Lord Vader as the leader, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Lord
Let's
Vader
get
Gains
on
all
on
their
to.
stats once he kills all of it. He kills the whole team and then gains all their stats.
Okay. All right. All right.
I hope
Like
so.
Bone said, let's move on to viewer questions. Although one thing that I want to say before we start viewer questions is Bubbles, you're a piece of shit for asking a viewer question on the episode that you're on.
Come on, man.
He's the viewer
He
question
gets to
guy.
read it out himself. He gets to read it out himself.
Also,
Oh,
like,
Yeah, you'll read that one.
I'll
But
have
we're
to,
starting
I'll have to
off.
open it up.
he's not a piece of shit. He asks a
We're
question
starting
every,
off our
every
first.
week.
Our first question this week comes from Steve37, our good friend, our special guest from the past multiple times. He says, "Hi, Daddy Bubbles from House of the Hut, and non-dirty hyperdrive bundle purchaser from the People's Guild here."
What does
Because
that mean?
Mike is a dirty hyperdrive bundle purchaser.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Question specifically for Womp Rat. Which Monster Hunter monster best describes each of the co-hosts and guest, and why?
Oh,
So I actually thought about this, and I thought long and hard about this. There is a couple. We'll do Bones last, because Bones is the perfect one. We have the perfect monster for Bones. Matthias is definitely the giant grumpy frog, which you fight really early on because it's a
Fucking
pain in the arse.
Chotacabra. I'm a fucking Chotacabra. Fuck you.
However, just wait. Aussie Mike is the fire chicken. Aussie Mike is the fire chicken.
You know, they don't all have to be from Monster Hunter Wilds. You could have chosen monsters from other games too.
Oh no. Because those two
I'd rather
kind of
be a
fit your
devil.
personalities. You are a grumpy bugger first thing, and you wake up during the stream.
I'd rather be an
Aussie
angry
Mike.
devil.
Well, you can swap if you want. Aussie Mike is a grumpy bugger towards the end of the stream. The reason I chose Fire Chicken for Mike was, well, yeah, we can bait him. It's fun.
Fire chicken.
I don't know for Tiny Bubbles. I'd probably say he's more the Olma of constantly coming to you and asking you fucking questions. He's always asking questions in the chat.
He's Beetlejuice. He shows up out of nowhere, blows everything up, and then fucking disappears.
Yeah.
And I think I'm
Now,
and I think I'm crazy hearing
now the-
quack sounds in my VC.
Shoot.
No, that
Now,
was
the
me
most
cracking
important
another
one.
beer.
The most important one is Bones, because we
Oh.
all know Bones can only be a palico, and he has to have the most high-pitched voice going so it irritates the shit out of you.
Are those the
I
cats?
thought you
whole
were going to
time.
say Bones was a coolie.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to say Bones was a coolie Yaku.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
Palico.
about. I've never played the
Palico,
game.
definite Palico.
These are they're all just, you can Google any of their names, Bones. They're monsters that you fight in the Monster Hunter series.
I know what the series is, but I don't know what
Chotacabra-
any of them are called or what they look like. But is the Palico the
Don't worry,
cat?
I'm with you,
Chotacabra
dude.
is
Yes.
is a like Womprad said the Chotacabra is like this big, fat, slow, lumbering toad, and
I
that's what
like
he
it.
said that I was.
I agree.
The
How I've
the
always viewed you.
Quamatrice, the Quamatrice is like one of the dumbest, shittiest designed monsters they've ever made, and it's essentially just a gigantic rooster with overgrown feathers that
Okay.
breathes fire.
That's what I think.
And
That's about how I
then
picture Mike as well. I've always viewed him as that.
are Palicos are your like little like assistant little cat dude that like follows you around and like helps you fight monsters. But
Yeah.
I said fuck that you should be a Kuliaku, which is this giant skinny chicken that is almost entirely featherless and goes into other monsters' nests and steals their eggs for food.
I mean, they both sound about right. So,
I was about to say,
I still think Palico for one other reason, though. The reason I say Palico is they get annoying as shit because they keep going, here is a quest. Fuck off, you bastard. Stop giving me fucking shit.
I sit there and I'll be like running a mission on Monster Hunter Wilds and I'll like get my like just fully fuck up a dodge and just like get nailed and lose all of my health in one hit. And I'm like, God damn it. And then I hear the Palico go, hey, get out of there. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I know I need to get the fuck out of here.
And that's why it is Bones. Because you
so
want to tell him to shut the fuck up. I already know.
So basically, what you guys are saying is he's like every freaking, like in every like movie, there's going to be a villain, and the villain has this side dude that's always like, "Yeah, get him, boss, get him, boss."
Yeah,
That's
no, that's
boss.
Backstroke's job. That is Backstroke's job.
That's
Nobody can
fair.
take
That
that
is
from
fair.
Backstroke.
And then, or you could
No,
say he's
Bones
like
is
Neri from
fuck, what
Link,
was the kid's name? The little
Legend of
Asian kid
Zelda.
from Indiana Jones. The little Asian kid from Indiana Jones. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
I don't know.
I step on fortune cookies.
Right.
Hey,
That's Bones.
so am I also the
Next
fairy?
question, then.
The fairy from Ocarina of Time.
Are you?
Hey,
I was
listen.
about to
You are a
say you're.
fairy.
Yeah.
Listen.
You are a fairy.
Yeah.
What you're a fairy
Hey,
from is up to
listen,
you, but you are a
listen.
fairy.
Yeah. Listen.
100%. He is the fairy.
Okay. Moving on. Our next question from this week is from Aussie Mike. He asks, you get to pick your own superpower, but the rest of the panel gets to pick the side effect of your superpower.
Who do we start?
Okay, I'll start because this will prove whether you're dicks or not. My superpower is my legs work again.
Damn. That's a great one, though. But here's the kicker.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But all your toes fall off. So your legs work,
fine.
but you have no sense of balance.
Here's the kicker, but your arms don't work anymore.
You bellend.
God damn it! Why do you guys take to these two good ones? I can't even
your legs work again, but your shin shatters, and we have to fuse your knees and your ankles together.
Yep. Yeah,
like walking, I can deal with that.
Yeah, that's a good one because that's like
Bones,
King of the Hill.
Your turn, Bones. Come on.
I can walk again.
Yep, like from King of the Hill. Something to do with money. Like, I just want to be Iron Man. I don't even want a superpower. I just want money.
I just want to be Iron Man. Okay.
So your superpower is intelligence, then?
Oh.
Yes, intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that either. So yes, good job, intelligence.
But because you have all that money, you have to deal with every STD known to man. Because obviously your money is coming from
because you have all that money, the
I
US
like
government is constantly coming after you for unpaid taxes.
These are all things I can deal with.
No.
I'm already dealing with half of
better
them.
than that.
What?
Although you have all that money, it's locked into ISAs that you can't access for 22 years, and your life expectancy is 20 years. So you have all the money, you just can never access it.
Damn.
You have to hope you can live. If you can pull off that extra 2 years, then you can use all your money to find a cure. At which point you'll be
Yeah.
broke because you
Damn.
spent all your money on a cure.
Well, fuck you guys. This is like I made a deal with the devil.
There goes all my money.
Damn. But the STDs I'm all for, Tiny. But you can
Right.
Why? 'Cause you already
Matthias,
have them.
your one.
you have to get them somehow.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Matthias.
I've always said I've always wanted to be able to teleport.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
So,
nice though?
I gotta-
Okay.
Okay.
But when you
I've got a good one for this. You first, Tiny.
when you teleport, you cut yourself in half though.
Like, do both halves show up and then rejoin?
No.
Like, is it like
He
when
can
I
only teleport
like half of
once?
me goes and the other half goes?
You can only teleport one time in your life, and then you're dead.
And you die.
so-
That's
instantly
a
if you do
pretty
it.
severe one.
Well,
to
there you
actually,
go.
technically, no.
Here is the perfect one for this. You can teleport only to public places, and when you arrive, you don't arrive with your clothes, they're left behind.
I was gonna say that one too.
Oh, that's
His
easy. I
wife's
just
okay with
register
that
with the
one.
US government as having a superpower.
Yeah, that's
and
a real
then I
thing.
get-
Yeah,
get,
but
like,
you'll
some
turn
kind
up
of
naked everywhere
free
in
naked
public.
in public.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I would just
A lot
get
of
some
people
kind
do that
of
in
I
America
would get some kind
anyway.
of license from the government that says that I'm allowed to be naked in public, and then I would just get used to everybody knowing how small my dick is. It's fine.
Mine is that you can only teleport to the diamond mines of Africa.
Oh my god.
That's the only place
Yeah,
you can
that's
go.
I mean, well, oh wait, I can only teleport to there. I can't teleport back out.
You can, but it's only the same, like one spot, like your house or something. You can't
Well,
teleport
that's
out.
fine. I would just teleport mines, grab a handful of diamonds, and then teleport back to my house. Like
Sounds like a
There's
freaking
an
bonfire
even better
system.
your
one.
superpower
Y-
that you have unlimited diamonds from the mines in Africa.
Well, it's more.
Even better one, then. You can never. So you can teleport one way, but you can never return teleport within a mile of where you left.
So you still have to walk a mile.
Yeah, I would say I
Yeah,
would
but then-
absolutely teleport a mile away and then walk a mile. Are you kidding? I would lose so
Ju-
much weight.
Just think though, after you've done it a few times, you're now 2 miles. After you've done it a few more times, you're now 3 miles.
Oh, you're saying it stacks more and more. Like
Yeah,
every
it
time I have
never
to-
disappears.
Oh.
You can never return
Still,
teleport to that mile zone.
I teleport into a bank vault, load up a backpack full
Whoops.
of cash, then teleport 6 miles from my house and pay a taxi driver cash to bring me home.
You're not allowed to use money or diamonds.
No.
Yeah.
Bones is like he keeps finding loopholes to make his life.
Yeah.
go.
There's too many loopholes with this.
When I say diamond mines, I mean you have to be enslaved to, and they take your diamonds
Yeah.
away.
You show up, they're fully prepared for you,
Yeah.
guns pointed at your location, and you are immediately enslaved.
You have to let the location know that you're coming.
Yeah. Now,
location on
Tiny,
your iPhone.
what is your superpower, Tiny?
I honestly, I'm a runner. I like to go running, so you guys can probably assume which one mine is.
Okay.
Super speed.
It's obviously
Giant
the
dick.
ability to fly.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
fly.
It's super speed. It's super speed.
Okay.
I
It's super
love
speed.
running.
Okay,
so
I've got
obviously
the
my
best one.
superpower is that I have a giant dick.
I've got a good one for you then. Your
All right.
superpower is super speed, but every time you start running at full speed, your pants fall down.
No, he
Just-
said fly. He wants to be able to.
Fly.
Hit my
Yeah.
fucking face on the ground while I'm running.
Yeah, is it super speed
Yeah.
or flying?
So
Which one
wait,
is it?
what was your superpower?
No, it's super
Was it
speed. It
It's
is
super
super
speed.
speed.
Super speed. Okay.
Mine is.
It's basically
Um,
you are going to trip over every time you start running.
That's a bad road
Uh,
rash waiting to happen.
Mine is that you can do all that, but you can't
No.
weigh any less than 450 pounds.
450
Yeah,
pounds running full speed.
Where
I'm like a
it's like a
tank.
small boulder just slamming into the door.
You're the new Kool-Aid spokesperson.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I just had that image of fat bastard from Austin Powers running full speed
I'm,
at something
I'm
and
kind
going,
of turned off.
"Get in my belly!"
Baby,
In
it's
my
what's for
belly.
dinner.
I'm kind of torn here because on the one hand, I'm like, I want the caveat to be that you cannot stop on a dime like most super speed people can. Like the momentum continues even when you try to stop.
Okay.
But on the other hand, it's like I want it to be something like if you've seen the TV show Invincible, the guy in there that has super speed, Red Rush, he literally experiences life slower than other people. So what feels like a conversation that takes 10 seconds to us feels like it takes 3 weeks to him.
Okay.
Like, just
Wow.
imagine having to deal with that for the rest of your life.
Have you guys ever seen what's the show that's real famous on HBO where the heroes are assholes? They're really not good people.
The boys. The
The
boys.
boys.
Yeah,
The boys. Did you say we're the one that runs real fast, ran through like a person and they exploded?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was literally saying. I'm like, I'm gonna turn into a tank if I'm 450 pounds and running full speed.
I
I'm
didn't
just
think
gonna
about
break everything.
that.
You gain super speed, but you're horribly addicted to something that's essentially cocaine.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
smoke.
great.
You have to smoke meth to get your power.
Oh my god.
Powers come
All I
from
need to do,
smoking meth.
hey, look, all I have to do to get some meth is just go right outside the door here on my street. So I think I'm okay.
It
Same,
has to be
same
meth,
here.
but the special ingredient that
It
has
is
to be
meth.
added to that only
Oh,
you can do in the
only
cooking
compound
process.
B.
So
Got it.
no, you have you have to cook meth in secret and smoke the meth that you cook with a secret ingredient added to it in order to be super fast.
Um,
Right. Next question then. Next question. Because this one is
Okay.
specifically funny for what we're going to say as replies.
Yeah, so Bane asks for this first question this week. Bane asks, with the release of the new information of the new era, will Bones finally farm Lord Vader?
No.
never.
No.
No.
I'm
Even
gonna
when
go
the
with
Lightspeed
yeah.
bundle came out, he didn't. So I think we can assume.
He mentioned earlier in the episode that he might actually farm Lord Vader now. So
Yeah,
I'm
in
gonna
all
I'm
in
gonna
all
have to
seriousness, if it affects the meta, which he is not doing right now and never has, even when he was brand new, um, then I wouldn't bother. But he's affecting the meta now. He will. He'll be one of the best GLs in the game. And
He'll realistically, we have to wait until we see the first Dark Side clone trooper. We have to wait until we see Appo's kit.
I understand that,
And
but I guarantee he's
that
going to
is
be
going
one
to
of the
kind of
best.
determine how good we think
Wait,
Lord Vader
Bones.
will be.
No one ever got you the Lightspeed bundle for the Bad Batch?
I didn't want to admit it, but they told me on last week that it was okay, and I'd already gotten it, but I was just going to play it off like I
I
hadn't
said
done
that
it.
I said that it was fine. He already had them all at like 0, which is really the hard part with gathering all those Kairos.
Yeah,
That's really the hard
I did
part.
all the Kairos already, so it's just it was 0 to
So
5.
I said I was.
Well, I also got
But
Omega,
Bones,
so that was nice as
Bones, even my account has got them all at Relic 5. Don't tell him, guys. Do not fucking tell him.
well. What are we? What?
Oh yeah, you got them all at Relic 5 from the Lightspeed bundle.
No, not at all, Matthias. Not at all. I
No.
didn't buy it, honest. Honestly, I didn't buy it.
I was scared of
I
buying
do
it though. I
think
really
you're
was.
gonna have to skip out on speed bundles because you couldn't afford it this time. But
I was very, very close. I managed to get just enough money together, so I did. I was
I just
literally the day it was finishing, I got paid. So it was like,
I
thankful.
Now, fully like derailing this conversation. This last month I got a newfound kind of respect for people who struggle through life like Bones, because it has been over a month since I got paid and I was fucking hurting. It was like, all right, I gotta go put $3 of gas in my tank because I have 3 ones and I'm on E, because I just, with changing jobs, with the way that the paycheck system has worked, it's been like over a month since my last paycheck basically. And I finally
Yeah.
got my first check today. So I'm like, oh God, I have so many bills to catch up on. But it was like, more than anything else, it was like I really wanted to buy these Lightspeed bundles and I couldn't because I literally just didn't have the money for it.
One time I
feel that.
put 78 cents in my gas tank.
Oh my god.
That's a
What
real
did that
story.
get you? Even like a quarter, or is like a maybe
Did
an
that get
ounce of
you home
gas?
from the gas station?
I still ran out of gas.
My God.
It didn't
Did
matter.
that even get home? Like,
I don't know. But there was a minimum. I know that. Like they were like, you have to put a minimum. I never knew
well,
that.
yeah, if you try to swipe your card, it puts a 99-cent hold on your card.
Yeah.
So you
I
need to do like
it wasn't off
that.
my
You need to
card.
have
I just had the change in my hand. So I think 75 was like the minimum or something like that. I don't know.
a
Jesus.
few months ago a video coming around where it was like one of those, they're all staged and they're all fake, right? But it's like the woman working at the gas station like interacting with her customers, and the guy walks up and he's like, let me get 50 on pump 3, and she's like, all right, $50, and he goes, no, 50 cents, and puts 2 quarters down on the counter. And the guy behind him was like, where are you going, the next pump? Like,
50
Right
cent
down on the corner there.
50 cents and 2 eggs, please.
And we got to this from Bones not farming Lord Vader still. Impressive.
yeah. Well, we talked about the Lightspeed
Well,
bundles
wait,
and
since
how
we're
I'm
on the
Yeah.
subject of gas now, Womp I got a good dad joke for you. Would you like to hear it?
No.
Go
oh
on.
no.
What did Harry Potter say when he realized that gas prices went up?
I don't know.
Expensive
Expensive
put
petroleum.
That's pretty good, actually.
There's actually a video
That's a
of
good.
Rupert Grint doing that at a gas station. Somebody recognized him while he was pumping gas.
That's
It was like
funny.
record looks over and he sees them and he lifts up the pump and shouts that.
That's one of the better ones I've heard. So thank you for not making it
I
terrible.
got plenty more where that came from, but we will hold off on that.
Save him, buddy, for another
Uh,
time. All right,
all right.
next.
Next question
Yeah.
is Bane's question number 2. Uh, if the host slash guest were to meet in a single location for a day, where would you like to go to hang out for the day together? You cannot go to any theme parks that may or may not have been owned or operated by the Illuminati. Parentheses,
Damn.
Wiggles World.
Wiggles World.
So you guys can't come to me because I live right down the street from Disneyland.
You bastard.
Well, we can come to you, but we can't go to Disneyland. We have to stay at
I
your
know, that's
house.
the bummer. Like, I know someone that could get us in for free, technically.
Damn.
We
wanna
just have to
go.
take the child sex slave tunnels.
Okay.
No,
All
I can just
right.
take my 2 kids instead.
All right. All right. I
Honestly,
don't disagree with your theories, but
anywhere that's decent food. As long as it's got decent food, I'm happy.
okay.
So not England.
But give us a
I
place.
was
Hey,
I mean, that's a trillion
English food
places.
is pretty good.
Why do you think he wants to meet somewhere with decent food? He's looking to have some flavor in his life for once.
Hey, fuck you. We have plenty of flavorful food, Matthias.
Salt and pepper.
Haggis and Tim Tams is all I've ever heard of.
Haggis is not a food. Haggis is an animal, remember?
I don't
Womp Rat, we
No.
talked about
Haggis
this.
is an animal bones.
Sheep is the animal. Haggis is the food.
No, haggis is an animal. We have haggis hunts. I'm going to send you a link. You can look
You
at
It's a
it.
legit
Give us a
thing.
minute.
Get haggis. This is like drop bears. Shut up. Don't lie to me anymore.
Yeah, I would go to.
Hang on,
I believe
hang on.
Mike for the longest time that drop bears were legit. Fuck you. I'm not falling
No,
for
There you
because me
go.
that.
and me,
There
me and
is
me and Womrat and
in
Yandu
the
talked
host
about this
chat.
for hours.
In the host chat, I have put the pictures from a haggis hunt. There you go.
I knew this shit was
If I
fucking
post up and
fake.
it's a picture of a dick, I'm gonna kick you off of
This is
this
like
fucking
we're
call.
going snipe hunting. I knew this was fucking fake, and he
The
did this shit.
jackalope.
These are
Yeah,
is
No,
literally like
it's
this
not.
opens
It
up
is
and
a
I
haggis hunt.
get that I generated.
and I'm wondering about the drop
Yeah, dude.
bears as well. I feel like drop bears aren't real
Drop
either.
for okay, I thought drop bears was just another name for koalas. So for the longest time, I was like, yeah, drop bears are real.
But they're not, are they?
I legit thought
They've
they
been doing
just
this for like a year to me now.
drop bears.
Are they fake?
I was just thinking the Dropkick Murphys, but
Drop bears are not real. If you Google drop bear, one of the first things it says is that they are a mythical creature that like Australian or a fictional or something like
Jesus
that
Christ!
Australians like to tell people about.
Like I've been telling people about these drop bears, so I'll talk about my co-hosts all the time. And then like, are the magpies real?
Magpies
A
do
magpie,
attack, and
magpie
yeah, you
type of bird.
anything reflective they
Yes.
don't like.
Yeah.
Okay.
A magpie is a type of bird that steals stuff, which is why magpie is another word for somebody who is a thief.
So before you guys ruined my reality, I was gonna say like a zoo in Australia, but now there's nothing interesting but a magpie.
It's all snipes, haggis, drop bears, and magpies.
God damn you
oh
guys,
my.
you fuckers!
The thing is, we actually do have haggis hunts. I would love to take the house on a haggis hunt, but by the third pub, we won't have caught a haggis and we'll be incredibly drunk.
I don't know where
Joke's
I
on
want
you,
to
I
be,
don't
guys.
drink.
I don't know
I
where
was
I
actually
want to.
just saying earlier today
Well, you're the
that
driver
with
then.
I was just saying earlier today that with my newfound potential financial freedoms, I would like to try and schedule a trip to Australia later this year. Um, so I would say, excuse me, I would say either Brisbane, Australia to go visit with Mike and all of the other guys from the guild that live in that area. And then bring you guys with me as well so we could all go together. Or go to New Zealand because Mike takes a vacation in New Zealand 3 times a year anyway. So
I was gonna
There
say
you
New
go.
Zealand.
organize it around that.
I was gonna say that too. I feel like Mike would be
My
a great fucking tour guide and a great host. I feel like so.
Mike probably knows everything about Hobbit homes in New Zealand because he's been there so many times.
my sister-in-law just got back from her cruise to New Zealand and Australia, and she showed me pictures, and ever since she showed me pictures, 100% like we'll agree, I want to get out there as quickly as possible because it's so cool. Like just from the images alone, I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool.
I agree,
A
Bubs.
few years back, so my birthday is in December, right? So a few years back, my wife decided right after my birthday that for the next year for my birthday, she was going to surprise me and she was going to start saving money and she was going to make sure that we had all of our passports ready and everything. And she was going to take me to Ireland because she knows that I would love to go to Ireland and I've never been.
Get a
And
proper Irish.
then in September, COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't go to Ireland, and all of the money that she saved up disappeared. And
Arge.
it's like, well,
Life.
Hold on, real quick. Arge, thank you for the raid. Womprat shouted the shit out of you earlier today on the podcast. So welcome in.
oh yeah.
Yep, there you go, guys. He has just done his JC and lost, but he's done good. I may have been watching at the same time. Damn it, too
Good for
slow.
you,
I
man.
did FUB
Well-
before you.
I also have to do my attacks for GAC, but I'm sure I'll lose both of my GACs.
I think I'm
Okay.
gonna win mine.
Or did we, Bones? You were gonna say New Zealand, right? Or
Yeah,
did you
pretty
have
much.
another pick?
Just all of us go to the Hobbit house or something. Eat us a feast.
I mean, I don't think the Illuminati controls the Hobbit house, so I think that
No,
one's cool.
I think we're
clear.
good.
Their jurisdiction is off the Hobbit house. Yeah.
Yeah. Gandalf is standing outside the property line yelling at them saying that they shall not pass.
And we'll do some fireworks and stuff.
Okay. Moving on. Our next question is from Vlad Sander.
Glad.
He wants to know, do we think we will be able to use gas in the new Order 66 era battles?
No.
I've been rereading the released information and it doesn't rule him out. Also, Darkseid clones should be interesting.
No, it's gonna be marquee
What?
characters.
No, it's going to be the Marquise.
I
But
don't
where's he at with this cup thing? We
I
haven't
don't
seen an
see
update on that.
I don't see how you think that gas is not ruled out. The two era battles are Nightfall and I Am the Senate. And the Nightfall era battle says Darkseid Clone Troopers. And the I Am the Senate era battle says Jedi Vanguard. And gas is neither a Darkseid Clone Trooper or a Jedi Vanguard. So I do
I
not see
don't.
him being only era battles.
The era battles are going to be you need these tunes at this star or this star or this relic, and that's how they're going to be. They're going to be very set in stone bullshit, which none of us are going to love, none of us are going to enjoy.
Yeah,
I don't even
makes
see the
fun.
second one. I don't even see the Senate battle being like all Jedi Vanguard available for it. I think it's going to be specific characters you're allowed to use
It's not gonna
because
be
even
fun.
in that one,
Yeah,
it's even in that one, I
that's what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
6 Jedi
I
Vanguard or
think,
some shit.
yeah.
So
Although it says Jedi Vanguard, I reckon it'll be the two from the era, and that's it. It'll be very, very
I think
specific
it'll be
teams.
I think it'll be a couple more than the 2 from the era. I think that you'll be able to do that era battle without having those 2 in the team, or maybe, but I still think that it's going to have a very limited, like at most 5 or 6 characters you're allowed to use to do that battle.
Yep.
Bubbles.
Darkseid
Yep.
clones though should be interesting. Um, I really wanted my exact prediction all those months ago was that they needed to release Darkseid 501st clone troopers, give Lord Vader the 501st tag, and like have it go from there just to like give it a little bit of lore accuracy. I understand why they're not doing that because then they'd have to go update kits and they'd have to add something to Gas's kit that says, and where it says if all allies were 501st, it would have to say if all allies were light side 501st or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that they should have given Lord Vader the 501st tag and they should add 4 new Darkseid 501st clone troopers.
Bubbles, to answer
Yeah.
your question, he just gave us a cup date.
Oh, he
Yesterday
gave us a cup date.
in Three Scoundrels. Actually, that's the only reason I'm answering this. He's at
Oh,
He's at 6,996. So he's 4 away from 7,000 even.
Jesus Christ. This guy is a dedicated machine.
Keep it up, Vlad.
You know what? You know what would be hilarious is if he purchased the Relic 5 or Relic 9 cup bundle and then he received 0 shard shop currency.
He's already
For all
confirmed
of
that
us.
he's
Oh
not.
god, someone's gonna gift him it or something terrible like that. I can only imagine.
He's
I
already.
think you can decline gifts. I think you can
Can
decline.
you?
You can't.
You can't.
No, you can't. Because
Really?
remember, Arnold
I thought
can't.
could
You did. They
decline them.
did.
Oh man, you better watch out. Somebody might fuck you.
But he's
Yeah,
confirmed
he-
that he doesn't want it, so he's trying to keep it going. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
So
Hopefully
Vlad,
there's no dicks in your guild, Vlad.
but Vlad, if you're listening, which I guess you are, if someone gifts you that, go cash it. You don't have to accept it. You can't decline it, but you don't have to accept it right away. So go cash those fucking shards in before you accept the gift.
What you could do too,
Yeah,
just for the time
it's-
being,
Sorry,
Well,
what?
you'll see it sitting in inbox, and then there's a button there that I think you have to click on.
What were you
So
saying?
if you
Yeah.
just like leave inbox.
he could just leave his guild so that way he doesn't have anyone trying to
Oh,
gift him. Because
yeah, that's true. leave your guild for April.
Unfortunately, you have to lose out on a lot of rewards though if you want to keep this
Vlad,
going.
do not do that. Don't listen to Bubbles. Fucking cash
Well,
those
that's
fucking
just the
keys
only thing
in.
I thought of.
It's the only way to guarantee that he does not get ruined.
It is the only way.
Yeah,
You're gonna hate your life.
this
but
is the
keep it
way.
going. Yeah, keep going,
This
Vlad.
is the way.
Do it for
Yeah,
us.
no, this guy is a machine.
Do it for the Hutts.
Now, for the most important question, Tiny Bubbles, can you read your own question out?
You want me to read this question from this
Yeah,
fucker
yeah.
named Tiny Bubbles
Ask the question on the
2042?
episode you're special guesting.
All right, guys. Hey,
You have to-
Hutts. Tiny Bubbles here from House of the Hut. What's a moment from the Star Wars series that could be considered a raid? What would you do? You're
I'm
welcome.
going to piss Bones off. I'm going to piss Bones off instantly. I want a trench run.
You're only gonna piss me off because that was my answer.
It's ships.
Well,
That's why it'll piss you off.
well, no, I don't mind ships. It's just the dick plate. The ships, I actually
Yeah, it's
enjoy.
going to be horrible RNG. It's going to be horrible RNG all the way through.
Now raids, yes, I don't
click
like.
auto and accept whatever his score is every single time.
I was about to say,
Like the dick flick.
I was about to say the Death Star raid, which everyone's wanted. It's not an original thing.
Now you have to say something else.
If I had to pick a moment from Star Wars that I think would make an excellent raid, I think it's when they're racing through the forest on Endor on the speeder bikes. I think that would make a really good raid.
It was a great raid.
What about when?
In fact, I've got a better one. Battle for Mandalore, the point where Mandalore's defending and all the syndicates are coming in. That would make an interesting raid.
What about this?
And you,
realistically, the point that I would love to see represented as a raid would be the Old Republic versus Mandalore war, with the raid on Mandalore or no, it wasn't Mandalore. Whatever the planet was that Darth Revan activated the Sith artifact that like erased the Force from that planet and obliterated all life. Like that planet. Do a raid on that.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's
yeah, that could be an interesting one.
What about I was just thinking like just going outside of like the usual two series. What if we did something from the newest Star Wars, even though I know a lot of people don't like it?
Oh God.
You could. What about the setup? Like you do like a fleet run, and then you go down to the ground where you're on the Star Destroyer.
Bones, quick, mute him. Mute him.
Yeah.
Stop him
Bubbles.
saying that bullshit.
You're not coming back.
I see what he's saying, right? I see what he's saying.
I'm just giving him shit.
Imagine a raid where you essentially every new wave is you're running Radis resistance, but your ult is for the Radis ship is deactivated, so you can't use it. And every new wave is a new Executrix with TIE fighters and shit like that. And at every so many waves, you drop down to the ground where you use like the Resistance Bros team to like clear out a wave of Sith Marauders, and then you go back into the ships.
Okay, well, you've already went too far into this because I tuned out when he said sequel raid. So I'm not really listening to you.
I don't know. I could see a raid on Exegol if executed properly. I could see it being good.
And then you can use Sith Eternal and Rey as like the final battle. So you have to use your Rey against Sith Eternal, and then you can do the other way around.
It's a three-way battle, like the
I heard
the Rhino thing from Geonosis Planet.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Can I top what stupid shit you guys are talking about? Think about this.
No.
You have to fight the power of many, and she turns into a smoke.
That was the other thing that I was thinking about saying was the perfect raid would be fighting a Night Sister Shadow monster.
And as soon as you beat her, she turns into a smoke monster and goes, "I was gonna give you full score anyways." And the second phase is you have to defeat Queermere before he pulls his dick out. And
then the third phase is chasing Plagueis into the cave.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen Acolyte.
You should watch it, Bubs.
You've not missed anything.
You should watch it and just like talk to me about it. I think it'd be funny.
I'm sure you would
literally
love that.
anything
Yes.
important. I would say either what I said with like, just like using Old Republic, like Jedi essentially to fight wave upon wave of Mandalorians, or I would also think it would be kind of cool to do like a raid on the Starforge where you just like imagine the showdown battle against Darth Malak, but he has like a health pool of, I don't know, 18 gajillion. So you can't actually ever defeat him. And you're just trying to do as much damage as possible.
I have a great idea for a new raid. They stop making new raids. We don't have to ask this question ever again. And they just put them on rotate.
I have a great idea for a new podcast. This, except Bones is not on it.
Yeah, let's try that one.
I
We've
don't.
had a very peaceful couple of weeks.
You two talk 90% of the time, so I don't need to be on here anymore. You fucker.
Monster's just sitting in the corner like,
Well, what we'll do next week is we'll get Bones. You see the corner behind him created by the door. We'll get him to turn, face the corner, and sit there for the whole stream. If you really want, guys, we can ask him.
Like I'm in timeout.
Can you just sit in the corner, Bones?
Every time he tries to talk, we're just like, shut up, you're still in timeout.
Show him what it would look like, Bones. Do it for us. Do it, please. Please, go on. You know you want to. Just show them what it will look like.
No chair either. You get up and walk over there and just stand in the corner.
There you go. That is that an improvement, guys? Is that an improvement?
Fuck you guys. Can we get the fuck off of here? Like, why is this a 3-hour podcast?
because I'm here.
Because
we've talked about a lot.
Are we done with the viewer questions? I'm exhausted.
That is the last viewer questions. So we are now in the stage of saying the goodbyes for everything. We'll start with Tiny Bubbles.
See you guys. It's been a hoot.
See ya? Not thank you. Just fuck off.
See ya.
All right. Well,
he's Negative Nancy, or he's also known as Brittany. That's his other name.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Matthias, you next.
Thanks all for coming out. Go support Bones because I don't anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about? You know my life's went downhill since you quit giving me money.
Go support Womp Rat because I don't anymore. And go support Womp Rat's friends because I never did to begin with. And also,
I thought the reason we told you to get this new job was so I could get more money out of you. That was the whole reason why you got this new job. All right.
Well. Yeah. The reason why I got this new job and decided that I never want to see my family ever again is so that way I can spend more money on Bones.
SWGoH first, Bones second. All right. I guess
I thought it was Bones first, SWGoH second. So I'll say goodbyes next. I'm back tomorrow. We'll be doing stuff on the giveaway stuff tomorrow, and we'll be playing Ashes of Creation. And yeah, I'll just be having a chill day tomorrow. But other than that, back to GAC Monday, guys. Bones, say your goodbyes.
No matter what, I do love Matthias, I do love Bubbles, and I do love Womp Rat, even though they're all a bunch of assholes. Especially Tiny Bubbles. Like, he's just the biggest dick you'll ever meet. That's me being an asshole. Bubbles is great. I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Thanks, man.
No problem, buddy. Yeah, that's another week. Yeah. Lots of stuff to look forward to coming up and all that stuff. I'm guessing I'm doing GC here in a little bit, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know how entertaining it'll be.
Just remember, guys, we might reboot Aussie Mike next week. We might give him another week to cool down.
Yeah.
We may not. We haven't decided yet.
We caught
That's the only reason I'm here this week.
Yeah, we had him sat in front of the Sasha Grey Twitch channel, and he just overheated. So
Yeah. We broke the Aussie mic, guys.
usually that's how
We
we
apologize.
usually recharges his batteries by watching that, but something happens.
I guess this is now the time to say that one last joke before we leave, right?
Better hurry because we're about to
Go on.
raid automatically.
All right, all right. What my wife was upset about my wife wants to leave me because of my Star Wars addiction. So I said, "May divorce be with you," and we'll end right there.
Nice.
I just pissed out a tall boy's worth of beer.
That's what I told my wife, and then she really left me. All right, we're automatically rating. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
See you soon, guys. Have
Peace.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Now, fuck you, Bones.
Fuck you.
I will be jumping over.